All right. Welcome, everybody, to episode 18 of Squabbles, a Monster Hunter story. Group A, the Black Nergigantes. I also realize I haven't transitioned the group over to the normal starting screen. They see nothing whatsoever. We'll put it on the world map. Is that like
It's a totem on the world map.
aha? So, where we left off with your group was with a bunch of arrows around Dundorma as you were surrounded by a magical circle and transmuted into energy.
Did I take a light bit?
So, last time on your guys' adventure, you went to Dundorma, did some shopping, wiped out a warehouse full of the talent society that were playing something, and met his immenseness, who congratulated you on your success of taking out a Dire Morales for the mission that you are currently on, that you are looking to complete here as soon as you return to Poke Village. And Gerathor had some traumatizing experiences.
Yay, trauma.
Woo, trauma.
But other than that, not too much else happened. We ended the session with you all finishing off all of the Talent Society in the warehouse. And that's kind of where we're at. Is they're wiped out currently. You are in the warehouse. There's no one else. I don't believe if
There's one.
Well, I don't remember if there was one. I can't remember if anybody else showed up, like the guild knights or anything like that. Off the top of my head.
Yeah.
They did. I was thinking they were. I watched it, but I cut the last 2 minutes of it, and I was just thinking about that because I was refreshing my memory. So yeah, the Guardian
They showed up and speed things along.
Yeah. As you are now there with them. What do you guys do?
Look over my partner in crime, Shaseth, and look over that Gerathor burst through the door. So where's Mage?
That is a good question.
Yes, as Mage, you are on the edge of the outskirts of town, chasing down one of the Talent Society that ran away. And he's going to inform, get help, something out of the city. And I believe you chose to follow.
Yeah.
So, the one thing we will note, though, before we continue that forward, is that technically the sending stones you were given by Flight didn't actually work. So you would be aware of this, I feel like. You probably would have checked it, and made sure beforehand. So you are aware that you do not have a way to communicate with your group right now. And as you're looking at the person, you're watching as dark clouds start rolling in. From the west, which is the direction he is.
All I can do is really continue to follow.
Okay. So we cut back to the rest of the group. You're like, don't know where Mage is at. That is where you're currently at. As right now the Guardians are piling up bodies, starting to crack open boxes and take a look at different things. See one holding a purple vial, kind of shaking it around.
Careful with that.
Will do.
It's concentrated frenzy.
Just kind of puts back in the box he had open.
It's like they've never seen purple essence before.
Huh.
Did one of them scoff at me?
No.
Oh. So Gerathor. So where did Mage go?
I think he said he wanted to go follow some dude. I didn't really ask much more.
So should we get a bird's eye view by looking at our get a peek to our new airship?
Maybe.
Yeah, you and Shaseth want to go there while I fly around and look for him?
Yeah, we can head that way.
So, flight in your case. I mean, you did during the battle. Let's give me a perception. Let's see if you caught Mage. Well, you didn't even see Mage. Mage never came
No,
through
mini
the.
orc might have seen it.
I mean, Mage was outside and he never went. There was never a point where he was at one of the entrances where you know he was there. Who was Mage
This is
with,
true.
though? Was it
Gerathor.
Gerathor? So Gerathor would at least have known where Mage was last at. So Gerathor, you do inform them of where you last saw Mage.
I'll let him know.
All right. Well, I have no deductive reasoning of what possible place where this enemy of the guild would go, so I would have to just guess randomly where they could have possibly gone. So, I remember he was wounded. So let's see if I can find a blood trail.
Okay, for a blood trail. Go ahead and give me a perception check. I mean, if you're looking for just a blood trail, that makes the most sense.
All right. Mini Arc still has the gem until then, so it's advantage, which does not matter.
That's correct. So 15. I think you spot a couple specks of blood going as you like exit out the western side of this warehouse, and you're looking about. There's buildings directly in front of you, and then there's a south or north kind of directions to go. You're trying to figure out which way to go. You spot a couple trickles of blood going towards the north. And as you follow that up to the edge of the warehouse, you have an east-west facing now at this point. And there seems to be a couple more trickles going to the west, and you start just going that direction before you start kind of losing track of the little small mini blood trail, because this person wasn't severely injured, but he was injured.
I think he was severely injured, wasn't he?
He was severely injured. Yeah, he did die. He only has like 2 HP left.
He almost killed himself.
He did almost do that.
So, but it does kind of trickle off as there's more people in that direction. There's kind of standard everyday life as you go about a few blocks down.
Okay. So look at the streets of the normal. There's not like too many places that are side streets people can go down, right?
Yeah, there's definitely still like side streets here and there. I mean, you're going through like a section of the town at this point. You are at the docks already, just kind of as a heads up. So, like, I guess in this case, the docks would be to your south, like southwest, whereas the northwestern section kind of leads back into the city-like area, residential, followed by the actual where the castle is at the far northwest, where Benson's castle is at, and then that's kind of where it seemed to be going.
Alrighty. In this case, I have to just rely on Mini Orc's ability to see the things with his supervision, because I'm not probably going to see it.
Okay. Give me one more check. Let's see if you're able to.
My mouse is still possessed by a ghost. So 17. Let me see if I have a Flash of Genius to throw on there. I do. I'll use it.
Okay.
So it's +5.
Okay, so 22. I think a 17 would definitely have been it's difficult to find, but as New York's kind of looking around, he kind of shifts his angle, like he flies to a different spot to get you a better vantage point. And as he does, he spots a small trail trickling off further and further to the west. As you continue to follow him out, you reach the edge of the city, probably after about 5 minutes or so. And then it just kind of goes off into the wilderness at that point. Mage, how long do you follow this person?
As long as I can.
Okay. Since you're kind of out in the open in this case, you're heading into the wetlands, so you're heading into the swamp. It's definitely a little bit harder to be stealthy when you're making a lot of sloshing noises through the territory. If you would give me a stealth check, but at disadvantage.
Say. Yeah, I was thinking about like with the shape using shape water and stuff like that and mold earth.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure some of those require vocal components. anything that would be like require any kind of vocal would be there. I mean, that's a really impressive roll. Let's see here. I'm gonna have my guy make a roll here because I'm gonna give him the same idea as disadvantage on his perception check because he's sloshing through as well, so he's making a lot of noise himself.
So both earth and shape water are both semantic, so they don't require any
Okay.
vocal.
Well, we'll just cancel out his disadvantage and give him a normal, which would still be a 24 in this case. It may have made a difference if he would have rolled poor. Captain is going to give him a perception roll. I guess really he's not really being actively perceptive. He's more panicky running. So we're going to use his passive, which he does not notice you. As he continues to run through the wetlands as best he can. Okay. As we kind of see that, we're flight. You're trying to follow this blood trail. Though you are heading into a swamp, so it's starting to turn into mucky-ish, murky water, which means the blood, for the most part, is going to dissipate.
While true, I could expect to see at some point where where they enter the area where
Yeah.
the muck is and possibly exit the area. So I'm going to follow that trail.
Well, I mean, as you're looking at the horizon to the west, for as far as the eye can see, it's swamp.
All right. Well, once again, Mini Orc is being relied on since his telescopic vision.
Okay.
It's good they have advantage because I'm rolling bad today.
So you go for about half a mile or so before Minior kind of flies down to you and just kind of gives you a shrug shoulders. No idea where to go. You seem to have lost the trail.
Mage is a smart guy. He might be able to find somebody to contact us. So I'll look around the area and see if there's anything. Maybe like he somehow dived into the mud and found some entrance or something.
You know what I mean? Minior dives down in the mud, hits the ground, flies
I
back up.
picked New York up. I was like, no, I didn't mean it literally.
Shakes off. And we're gonna flash back to the other two. Shaseth, Gerathor, what are you guys doing?
Logistics and dealing with helping the guard probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few of them.
Was heading to the airship, weren't we? Wasn't that the idea?
Oh yeah, that too.
Okay, so you're kind of. I mean, this has probably been at least 15 minutes for flight to get out of the town. We're probably, I would say, it's been about a half hour or so since the battle came to a close when we're kind of seeing you. So during that time, you helped out the guardians, and then you started making your way towards the airship.
Yeah.
We will say that you are there over at Simple Flares Zeppelin and Emporium. When you arrive there, you do go into his office. What do you do?
Well, I assume we need the keys, so probably going to his office.
Oh, you're going to try to pick up the airship. Gotcha. So as you go in, he looks and go kind of. Oh, good to see y'all. We got back here fairly quickly. We're still setting things up. It hasn't been that long, so.
I thought he said it was ready next day. I couldn't.
It's
generally
not next day, I don't believe.
Yeah, because we bet it's in them.
Immenseness,
that's right.
You shopped and
Never mind.
then it's been like 3 hours.
I would have remembered.
Yes.
So we did not.
You were
go and
just
pick up the
I would
airship.
say that, or maybe you were just really, really like excited. We're just here to check up on the work.
Nah. I don't know then. What do you want to do, Shaseth?
Well, I suppose we could try to follow him afterward. We can let the guard know that we're. Well, you would have told us that you were following him, right? Mage was.
Yeah, Mage is following.
So we can tell the guard
You guys have no clue that Mage is following him because Mage is on his own. There's no sending stones. Gerathor charged in, left Mage alone. All you
No, he
guys
told me that he was.
did he?
Yeah, telepathically.
Okay. Oh, right. Fuck. Ass. So all right.
The
So,
one thing I told him that I was gonna follow him because it's better to find out where he's going for a source.
okay.
That's
So
pretty
you
much
do
was.
know at least that he's following. That's about all you know. You don't know where he went, what he did.
I'm sure he's smart enough to get back. Is there anything that you need to do? I know I need to do some general shopping.
Well, I have no money.
True. What's in the community bag? Oh, this
That we
doesn't
all, the community bag that we all ambiguously do or do not have.
Yeah, it's Schrodinger's community bag.
It's obviously an interconnected bag of holding.
The old artificer infusion that I wish I had still.
I'll reach into my bag and reach out of Flight's bag.
With this newfound power, I pull Shaseth out. I found him.
That would be funny.
And then you all die as it explodes.
That would suck.
Pull his bag of holding out of my bag of holding.
To be fair, because if you're pulling Shaseth through, it means his bag of holding goes into that bag of holding.
Then you have a hole in reality.
So what I'm hearing is I could definitely have a bag on the other side of this bag. and
But it
make
only
it
happens if
bounce.
it only happens to the players, though.
Ah, I see.
Yes.
You know that episode in
Gravity
Futurama
bomb.
where they reach into each other's boxes and they pull their boxes out? That's what you guys can do for the bag of
All
holding.
right.
Infinite boxes.
We could do some generalized shopping and then just go back to where we were staying. I'm sure the other two will turn up. They're not stupid.
Yeah, it's not like we're the most mobile of groups. I mean, in a fight, sure, but not long range.
Yeah. Oh, as I pull out this like brand new bow. What do you mean long range?
Well, you got a new toy, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you want to do your shopping, you're more than welcome to. Just let me know what you buy. Then in this case, we won't do a shopping excerpt. Let me know what you're looking for.
What's the like availability? Because it's probably going to be like a fair few potions, a couple of power juices.
Yeah, I mean, power juices, other potions are pretty standard in this place, just because it is the hunter capital of the world.
Yeah.
I did mention that if you got the ingredients, I could make potions generically cheaper than buying them.
So, on a quick just overview for you, there are currently 3 potions of common resistance. There are 8 potions of healing, and there are 5 potions of greater healing.
Grab all 5 graders. Do we want to grab the regular ones and try and honey them?
Might as well. I mean, you have all the money, I don't.
This is true. Alright, so we'll grab all of the potions of healing. So 13. And we'll have a quick look to see if anyone is selling honey.
Roll me a D100. 25 or lower, or no? All right, so you're looking for someone selling on a 30? Yeah, there's currently a like honey pots is the name of the shop as you're like walking through the market, and you see a bunch of like the Azeros jars that are slowly filling with honey across the week. And they just like as you go step in, you see most of them are empty, like or like partially full and stuff like that. As they welcome you in, they offer. Currently, they have 4 full jars of honey available.
I would like all 4, please.
Okay, that price is going to be 10 gold per, so 40 gold in total, and then they just pour them into like normal jars for you.
Sweet. So we've got how much is this coming to? 40. 5 150, 3 6 750, and 8 regulars. Regulars are 1.
Or the regulars are 50 gold each.
So 8 5 is 400. So that's 1190.
Okay.
I'll just move that out of the community bag. Or you do it mid. Suck it, fucking editing shit.
1190, you said?
Yep, 1190.
Right, math time.
Okay. That's what Roll20 is for the math. So yeah, you buy the 4 honey currently available at Honeypots as we shift back over to Mage in this case. So Mage, you're following this person, and you're just gonna keep following this for as long as you can. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're following him for a good 3-4 hours before he's kind of like looking around, trying to see if he spots anything. I'm gonna use your same stealth roll you had before. I'm gonna make an actual perception check with him as he's now actively looking around. Let's see if he spies you or not. Output. No. So he looks around. And right now on the spot he's at, there's a small patch that's raised slightly above, like a small, like little that has a tree that's rotted away. There's lots of mushrooms kind of growing around the area. He just kind of looks around, just sits. You currently you probably find a small spike patch to sit on near a tree, or you're standing on the roots of a tree to kind of keeping an eye on him. But he looks like he's taking a short rest.
Yeah, I guess during that time, it's really just find familiar. And what are the forms that I can
You
summon?
should just mentally bully him so he can't get a short rest.
Just
Rude.
in his head, he's like, "You're not good enough. Your mother didn't love you."
So find familiar is a vocal, just so you know.
Okay. I should be far enough away to see him without, I'm not like 20 feet away from him.
Yeah, okay, I get what you're saying. They're gonna spend a couple minutes trying to cast find familiar.
Well, so it has a ritual of an hour. So if I can
Oh.
do that, cool. If not, if he's gonna end up leaving under the hour, then
Well, I said it
I'll
looks like
just-
he's taking a short rest from what you can tell.
yeah. So I'll just do that and summon a Kahootie in the shape of a raven?
Of an owl, yes. Of a Kahootie.
I would prefer a raven in this case because I feel
We
like it'll
can
be
just
more
use the
common.
Raven stat block. That's fine too.
Yeah, it's just visually it's more common than an owl.
It'd be a Revolture. We're going by monster critter. But yeah, Raven would count. So as you spend an hour conjuring this as he rests, the hour goes by. He doesn't seem to. I'm gonna have him do one more check just to see. The chance of him getting it is a natural 20, which means it's very unlikely he's going to see you.
Even then, he
I do
technically
criticals on.
doesn't beat the stealth.
I have always done criticals for you guys as successes over anything. So even for skill checks. No, I don't do failures necessarily as more. I mean, you automatically fail, but nothing else happens. So no luck as you are able to summon Kahootie as a Revolture. As his rest comes to a complete, the bleeding he's kind of tended to his wounds. He is no longer bleeding. He seems to be in a bit better shape. Probably ate some food during the time. Just for the most part, he was just kind of keeping an eye out on things. But Kahootie is summoned. What are you doing with Kahootie?
Just having it fly up above, so that way I can get a better view if I'm on the ground, but at least the Kahootie's up in the air.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. Okay. So he continues his trek across the wetlands. And it's, for the most part, him being careful, stealthy, in terms of anything else around. You've already seen him when he was stealthing, so it's not hard for you to keep an eye on him. On occasion, here and there, he might vanish from sight for a split second, but you use Kahootie from the above view to spot where he's at if you can't see him directly with your own line of sight. It is, I guess, technically you've done your find familiar. Let's go ahead and have you do another stealth check. You kind of interrupted your stealth to do that, so you were far enough away from not.
Normal, advantage, or
Since normal, since you can technically use your control water and mold earth. Okay. So he's walking for a bit. It's probably another hour or so, and that is when he kind of stops a brief second, and you are looking, or you're not looking through Kahootie, but you're actually, I think it's as you leave Cahootie's like vision, and you take your first steps is right when he stops and he hears the sloshing. He goes, "What was that?" Turns around, starts looking around. "No, you're out there. Show yourself."
I will have Kahootie dive down in the water and try to catch a fish as a raven, as if that's what's causing it. Just another bird trying to get some stuff in the wetlands.
What kind of check? I mean, it's a deception check, but with.
Performance.
I mean, I could just do a straight performance is fine as well.
Probably one of those with advantage because bird.
Birds, fish gotta swim. Birds gotta eat.
I'm not. No, I'm not gonna give advantage. I'm gonna let the roll happen. So I mean, a performance or a deception, I guess, would make the most sense. It would probably be with nature is intelligence. I'm gonna have it be intelligence, but with your intelligence, because you're the one who's having Kahootie.
So performance-based intelligence?
Yeah.
Was that 4? So it's +4.
Just killing.
Right.
Also, no background.
Oh, it's a 6.
Yeah, that's important.
Oh,
Today's
guess.
the day of bad rolls.
there you go, some background. So
Another nat 1.
So as Kahootie dives down, all you watch as Kahootie dives into it is creature's eyeballs kind of from the swamp right where Cahootie's at. It's not very deep, but it's a small enough creature as this little tiny like swamp moss covered Zamite just like leaps out and just tries to bite Kahootie. Let's find a Zamite here and let's make a roll. Maybe. What is Cahootie's AC?
10. I think it's not much. It's just a familiar.
And there's a chance Kahootie could live.
Another 1.
As an owl, it's 11, but I doubt a raven has.
It's not going to be 19.
Hopefully, that'll be enough of a distraction to convince him.
So
You rolled so bad it was good.
So it just and bites and eats, and then you just see a inside the Zamite's mouth as he's watching this. He's kind of your familiar's dead. Where are you at? Because it's not like it's like it gets eaten. There's like chomping. The Zamite just kind of eats and just a puff of smoke as it gets sent back to its plane of existence. He's looking around. I'm gonna have him do a perception. Well, I mean, he technically roll me another stealth. Let's just see if you're able to hide your body, because he knows you're. Let's see if he catches you right now or not. So he doesn't see you, but he knows you're there. Come on out.
I
You
refuse.
should have gone with the mental trauma.
Fine then. He pulls out both of his dual blades and starts kind of walking in that direction. There's not a ton of places to hide. There is like 5 or 6 different trees that he can go look for that you potentially could be around or hiding behind. He goes around towards the first one. Starts like stabs and ends up stabbing into the back of the tree. Not this one. Keeps looking around. What are you doing, Mage?
Hit him with the old faithful. Just fucking murder.
No, I want him to keep running. You know what? It'll be fun. I haven't used this in a while. Since he wants to be this way.
You technically still have the psychic thing in his head too.
They'd only last for an hour. It's been way more than that.
Yeah, it was an hour for the
Yeah,
rest
fair.
alone.
I'm gonna
Oh.
have a man. The options: ghostly, putrid, or skeletal.
I don't even know what a putrid is.
I think one of
think
these
it's like an
has
abomination, isn't it?
frighten. I'm not really sure which one it is. Let me look at the stat block.
Tasha's, I assume.
Yeah.
Also, like in the world of Monster Hunter, seeing an undead is probably pretty scary.
I mean, that would be like standard, but in this case, like the Lord of Bones and Murder all exist.
Ghostly. Ghostly has frightened.
Okay, so you summon an undead that rises forth from underground. Here, you have 300 gold. Gilded skull worth 300 gold.
It doesn't get consumed, so an arcane focus still works.
No, you in the case of it, if it costs 300 gold pieces, you still have to have it. It just isn't consumed.
What?
Yeah, that's for like all those things, like Heroes Feast. All like requires like 1,000 gold, like chalice, encrusted chalice, and gem encrusted chalice. You have to have the actual item for it to work, though it is not consumed. If you do not have a Gilded Skull currently, technically this would not.
Well, the only better thing than summoning an undead is making him think I summoned an undead with major image.
Okay.
If I can't summon a real one, I'll summon a fake one.
An object, creature,
And
or
it'll still be a ghost, so that way maybe the physical interaction will still be confusing.
I mean, that's fair. Here's a spy with a rage.
The ghost of who is the question.
Christmas past? No, future?
Future.
Here's your mother.
So you just summon the Grim Reaper, got it.
To move it.
His mother.
I guess I'll just make the ghost look like a. I don't know what would be scary for him, but I guess just an old dead hunter.
That's fair.
It comes up as a picture of Old Man Orc.
I guess an old Dundorma guard. I'm guessing at one point there was a war out here in the wetlands.
Oh, definitely. It's some.
Have him rise up with all that, with the sigils and stuff.
So yeah, so as it rises up, he kind of takes pause. Now you see the kind of the wariness in his eyes as I have him make his check.
Whoa.
Spooky.
It is investigation.
With physical interaction.
Oh, he's at least he's not. I mean, no, it reveals it to be illusion if he interacts physically. But he can use an action from any point in time as long as you can see it to determine. So click the button here. 14, 18 is the save DC. Gone up by 1, it looks like. Right. It's not cool. He starts turning around and running. But he starts trying to book it again. But as you see, as he's running, he is looking back behind, trying to keep an eye on if things chasing him, if
Absolutely.
anything else is happening as well, though.
It's keeping a slow chase where it's fast enough to chase him, but he's slowly, whatchamacallit, outpacing the illusion.
Right. So you need to be within 90 feet of the illusion at all times. So you need to be moving with it as well. So
Yeah.
give me a deception or another stealth check in this case, as the situation has changed a little bit. We'll still say normal. You aren't going to necessarily be casting to clear up space and keep quieter, but he's panic running. There's that thing as a distraction, so I would definitely go with it being a normal check on your stealth. 20.
And not a 1.
One check as he's kind of looking around and also keeping an eye on the thing, so he's definitely actively looking around. Okay. He does not seem to notice you as this thing is chasing him for the next minute, I believe. 10 minutes of fun. So, just panic running, just... Look back.
So is he loud enough to be heard?
I mean, they're far too far out be heard from like the city.
Well, I'm not in the city.
Right, you're in the middle of the swamp. I really don't feel like there is a situation here where you, after a certain amount of time of being in, fighting the Guardians, fighting those people, with Mage going out there trying to track it down, to then get out there. I don't feel like they're close enough for you to really hear it.
All right. Well,
Unless you're
I
like
keep
unless you have
flying
like keen hearing as a trait, I don't think there's a way for you to have heard it.
No, I just have Meteor as I'm flying around on my shoulder, scanning the area still.
Yeah.
I guess after I wouldn't want the spell to run out. I'd want to end it myself at a certain point when I feel like he's run a pretty decent distance. I would say maybe 6 minutes after
Okay.
just straight up being chased. Is
Okay.
when I'd pretend the creature just like falls and collapses as the ghost image turns to vapor.
Okay. I think that's fair. And I think he continues to he pauses as it disappears. Has the weapons out. Wait for it to reappear.
A real one shows up.
Gotten away from it. Too far from its bones or something. Dual blades away as he looks around. Keeps going. So he travels for. Oh, yes. You're still just gonna keep following him, correct?
Yep.
Yep. He travels for the next 4 to 5 hours. Eventually, finds a place to rest for the night. As he does not, as you look around, there's no buildings, nothing in sight. As he seems to be setting up a small little camp on another little small hill to sleep, rest.
This guy. Where could you be headed to?
Give it. Let's grab a mage token here. There's somewhere.
I'm only that far away.
I mean, that's two hexes is a day's journey.
Why the fuck is there an Asgar out there on the left?
Because that's their group. They don't have a group symbol, so they're just Azra.
Oh wait, they're actually out there.
Yeah, that's where they're at right now.
What the fuck?
They're not cool enough to have a symbol.
Yeah, someone spent
They-
$500 on their symbol.
They are not the Ginyu.
Yeah.
So I guess during the 4 to 5 hours, Gerathor and Shaseth, you guys have done your shopping. Probably had a couple beers. Take a cup of copper out if that's the case. But you haven't heard anything from Flight. You haven't heard anything from Mage.
Got a little worried. It's been a while.
Let's do a little recruitment drive.
For what?
Replacements?
Oh, I see what you mean. I don't know if it's quite time to give up on him yet.
It's never too safe. Just tell them the position is tentative.
I don't know. That seems like jumping at the gun.
They never have to know. It's not like I'm gonna remember them.
I suppose that's one way of looking at it.
Up to you. Otherwise, I don't really know what else to do. I forgot to grab a couple other things from the shops, so
Okay.
just quickly grab. I think it was 2 power juice, which was 600. I think they were 300 each, but I think that was basically it.
Okay.
Unless you want something, or wanted something, Shaseth.
Probably not. I have no money.
That's why we're using the community money, because it's our money.
I suppose it is.
So Flight, after an hour or two go by. You're still keeping an eye out, looking around. Do you like give up? Do you continue looking? What does flight do?
So Mini Orc's been keeping an eye out because he can see miles away up to 2 feet. So I'm trying to figure out let's see if he's capable of finding anything. He has dark vision, so he can see.
Right. I mean, dark vision only goes out till 120 feet, no matter how far he can technically see. So in daytime he can see that those 2 miles.
How bright is the nightlight? We're thinking.
I actually don't have a moon set up for this, so I don't specifically know how bright it is. Let's see what the moon phase is. Let's roll a d20. Or not d20, roll a d100, and we're going to go moon phases based off the percentage.
All right.
Low is new moon, high is full moon. So we're just the moon, you just have a small little crest of light, so it is actually fairly dark. Though currently, at the time when I'm asking this, it's still got some daylight at the moment. It has not gotten dark yet.
Okay. I can't confirm or deny we're mages, and that's the problem.
Correct. All you saw was the blood trail going east, and then for the most part, there's not a lot of signs that are any kind of obviousness. There's been no battles. There's been no screaming. There's no flashes of anything really for Mini Orc to really pick up on.
All right. I have one spell I want to pull out of my butt and I haven't used in a while, as in ever. I'm going to ritual cast Skyrite.
Okay. What do you write in the sky?
So something that Mage would recognize,
Okay.
as it was probably more of an in joke between our characters for as it was, and that to make it look like much as a cloud as possible, and but like to look like what we're intending, while being natural as possible. So that it won't be pull Skyrite for some reason.
No worries. I know. How long does it last?
Up to an hour.
So sometime during this journey before he lays down to rest, Mage, you probably look in the sky at some point, just keeping an eye out for any wraithings that might find, or any other kind of creatures that might spot you that could be dangerous, especially since you're in the middle of the swamp at this point now. Dundorma off in the distance, on the horizon to the east. You spy this symbol or wording from your best guess is there's no other person who would do this but Flight. What do you take the sign at? What do you do? Cricket, see.
I don't have a thing for Skyrite that is far enough without a. Well. I really don't.
You speak to him?
No, I want to try to disturb it in the direction towards him, or no, I wouldn't know where it came from, right?
Probably not. It just kind of appears in the sky.
Strong winds. So it says winds dissipate them.
Yeah, but if they're that high up in the air,
as Flight, I would have gone up to them and started like being around where I've writ them.
Okay.
And what time of day is it?
We're close to. We're in evening right
now. Man, I don't have anything that wouldn't just give up my position right away.
Like if you tried really hard, you probably could see me flying in the area I made the sky right.
Reasonably, if he sees that, he sees like a black dot at the minimum floating around there.
It's not so much seeing you as it is trying to message my own position without just straight up shooting a magic missile in the sky, and also letting the other guy know exactly where I'm at.
Great.
And I wanted to try to disturb like where I'm at, and then disturb the clouds and make him go towards Dundurma, because you know how like it makes that little line, but Gust only has like a range of 30 feet.
Yeah, ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
So I there's nothing I can do without just giving myself away.
Well, that's all I can think of at the moment.
Smart move. So flight, you spend, the hour up there flying around, keeping an eye out, looking for any sign of anything.
So with the daylight hour I have still, I'm gonna hit the New York, take a little scan around the area.
Give me a perception check.
Yeah, much better.
So, just not. This, I feel like this is extremely hard because one, he's running through, Mage is being stealthy, and you're high up looking for a simple spot in the swamp in some random direction.
I'm looking for things that would be like anything from trails or anything like that. Things I could go tracking from that point.
It's heavy swamp, so a lot of it is just water. So it's like that foot or less, like 6 inches to like a foot of water that they're trekking through. So there's not really a trail most of the time, except for on these little small occasions when they find these little hills that just peer out of the water of the swamp. There is
so because it is getting late, that they're gonna need to rest somewhere that's more off the water. So I would definitely need to check those hills out.
Well, I mean, in terms of hills, I'm talking about like a little 3-foot span that just literally just rises a half a foot off out of the water. Not anything huge. And then small little chunks, like the one I described for the guy, that there's a tree, there is a space for him to lay his back against it, and maybe a foot on either side of it that he's using to rest.
All right. Then the last thing I'm going to do, I guess, is with another ritual. I'm going to skywrite, but it's going to be counting down from 10 in the sky.
Let's see if he
in like the most ominous way possible.
Okay. So he kind of on the head, lays back, eyes. Fuck. Fuck me. There's 10. 9. He sees that change from 10 to a 9. Is it 8? Fuck. And then he sits there. 7. You just hear, fuck you.
Does he yell that?
Yeah, he yells out, just fuck you. God's trying to count down on my God, fuck this shit. God, fucking fuck all of this.
Does he know? It has nothing to do with whom. It was a guy from a mile away.
Yeah, I'm about to say he's very self-centered.
Okay. With that, if I hear the yelling, I stop the counting. It's going to be a face and it's going to be angry.
Yeah, fuck you too. As he's yelling up at the sky. Tired. Shit. And you just hear as he shoots off a light bow gun into the sky. Small little like flash in the slight darkness there is currently, as you do kind of get a rough range of where he is at. Like,
I make the clouds laugh.
Start to stand a Mage. You see him get up. He's like, and he starts moving again.
The countdown continues.
Are there any like flowers or anything, like any decent colored flowers that are in this area that are nearby me?
I mean, you're in a swamp, so most of it's gonna be a brown or dull or purple, like kind of a darkish brown purple. There's nothing really very bright or vibrant in the wetlands.
I have a paintball. I have 2 paintballs. So I am going to, on my side of the tree, right where he's running, the opposite side of where he's running.
Okay.
I'm gonna smear and splatter a paintball
Okay.
on that side of the wall. That I'm gonna follow.
Okay. And do you have dark vision, Mage?
Yes, I actually have Devil's Sight.
Right. You can see magical darkness does not impede warlocks.
Magic.
Magic.
Needed to solve my dark vision problem.
It definitely did. So, okay, so you have to follow him within at least 120 feet of him at this point, though, just to be able to keep an eye on him. So it's a
Yeah.
bit more dangerous as darkness starts to creep in. Flight, what are you doing? Because, I mean, you saw the gunfire flash. You saw, you could hear the yelling.
Okay, with that, I let the countdown finish.
Mhm.
And I'm going to head towards the direction I heard the sound.
Okay. And, I mean, as you do, give me one more perception check. This will be a bit easier of a DC because you have a direction to go.
23.
23. Okay, yeah. So you travel for 5. So as the darkness is, the sun's almost down. As you catch a glimpse, or a mini orc in this case, catches a glimpse of the poacher, the town society member, who is now kind of scurrying along, trekking through heavily through this mud. He looks quite tired. As he's doing, he's definitely moving slowly, but he's still
Would you say he's exhausted?
no, but he's pushed himself beyond his limit, and there's definitely a chance of that.
He gets no sleep tonight. So I'm gonna I myself as Flight will be losing sight of him, but old mini orc will be my eyes.
Okay.
As I will be stalking him. So I do not see Mage, apparently.
I mean, you definitely. I mean, as you're kind of, you would definitely see Mage as he's walking. He's roughly about 120 or so feet behind him, ish, 100 feet.
I'll go land next to Mage then.
Give me a stealth check.
Yeah, I'm good at those. Well,
Freedom.
freedom.
He just comes charging down. You're gonna give him. You're gonna free him. So as you come flying down, just you land in the water with a loud splash. Turns around, pulls the blades back out again. I'm tired of this shit. Fucking come out.
This guy's Samuel L. Jackson.
So since Mage is right there, I can't see him in the darkness, but he can see me.
We're still like on the brink. There's a little bit, tiny bit of light left. It's only been 5-10 minutes.
Okay. So can I communicate telepathically with you, Mage, or do you have to initiate?
Are you within 30 feet of me? Is the better question.
Assumed he landed like right next to
Then yes.
Let me see.
Looks like this guy's just gonna try to keep running through the marsh until he gets where he's going, but we have no idea how long it's gonna be.
He's like, I'm tired of this shit. He's looking around. He goes and stands up on like one of the hills. Like, let's fucking go. Either you die or I die.
It's like, hey, Mage, you want to cast invisibility, and I'll give him a good old fashioned flash.
I don't have invisibility.
Would both of you give me a nature check?
Yes.
Womp.
Okay. Mage, you haven't noticed it, but as you guys have been traveling through this area, there's a lot more like barren hills in this area. They kind of like raise out of the water, and they're kind of in lines here and there. Like you could almost like step on them. Flight. That's when you recognize that maybe it's not. Maybe in the olden times as a long ago predator, when some version of your race was in the swamps, but you recognize these in some kind of instinct deal. Those are not. Those look. The hills themselves are.
The hills have eyes.
They don't have eyes. There's no eyes in the hill. these mounds. I guess mounds would be the better word for this. These mounds of mud are like hardened mud, not seen naturally made. Your best thought is that these are made by a creature.
Okay. In which case, like Mage, I'm gonna cast Invisibility myself, or on you. Do you think we can convince him to surrender?
Most likely not. I'm sure he'll fight to the death. The
Well,
goal
I
is to
can.
not kill him, but let him travel where he needs to be.
It won't matter if he gets eaten by the monster that's here.
Let's go! Come
All right.
on!
You want to telepathy to his head? Tell him that that's not a good idea.
He's about 120 feet away from currently.
Okay, so I'm gonna Mage. I think I'm gonna invisibility up to him, in his head, and go get him out of the situation. Otherwise, he is going to die, and we'll get nothing.
Hmm. Very well.
All right, I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
Use my fly to get over by him.
I was curious if you're gonna walk through, if you're gonna fly. Okay, like
Yeah,
covers
fly.
that whole line in the water.
Okay. When I'm nearby him, like the mounder standing on, is quite alive and does
He
not like me
swings.
yelling.
He swings at the voice he hears.
I'm like above him, so I'm not
Yeah,
gonna let that.
yeah. He swings.
Calm. Relax.
Swings further around. Fuck you! Show yourself.
Okay. I'm going to from invisibility above him. I'm gonna do one of my favorite spells. It's going to be time for blinding lights of fun.
And
Daughter patter go.
And then at the same point is kind of when the sun slowly, finally, like kind of sets, and the light is just barely above you. You can kind of see it. It's getting to that point where it's difficult to see, but we're in dim light at this point.
Yeah, hypnotic pattern him.
All right, pattern. Let's see, make the save. I got this, easy peasy. Save, no problem. Wisdom. Ah.
He has a wisdom score, yes.
Success. I have a +2 to wisdom.
So like right next to him, hey buddy, you want to get here alive, right?
Creatures charmed while charmed is casted. Taken size. Not with you.
It's alright. You're not going with me, because if you want to go with the random guy over there, you won't have to deal with the giant mud monster that's here. And boy, you don't look like you're capable of dealing with that right now.
I don't know. I don't trust whoever else you're with.
Oh, he's not with me. He's over there. Otherwise, if he was with me, he'd be over here.
He'd be dead.
Well, but then you'd be dead because of the giant mud creature.
He dies with me.
What if he doesn't?
That was with a shot.
All right. So you want me to tell you how you get out of here?
My legs aren't moving.
Well, of course not. The mudfish has decided that you don't get to leave. You're in its territory.
I fucking hate fish. Fuck this one.
I know, right? I can tell you the way to get out of here, but you just gotta listen to me.
All right, friend. I'll get out of here.
First and foremost, it does not like when you attack it. So swinging your sharp, pointy sticks over there are going to make it angry.
The creature or the other person?
The creature. The other person's about as squishy as they come. Also, it's really hard for it to detect you if you're wrapped up really tightly in a blanket. And I have one just for you.
Give me a fucking deception check. the amount of bullshit on that one. All right. All right, come on, you're charmed, but you're not dumb.
I do get advantage, so it's a 15 right now.
You have come on, don't be dumb.
He wasn't dumb.
Not dumb. That
So-
doesn't make any sense at all.
Do you know how bloodfish work?
Clearly you don't.
Well, if you did, then you would realize this is the best idea you have. Because what are you going to do?
Stab it.
And if he kills you for stabbing it?
Could be worse.
All right, I'm going to go over it and like, okay. Give me 1 second. I have something for this. You know what? You could use a good long nap, couldn't you?
I'm kind of tired. And you have
All right.
like 6 seconds left because we've been in about a minute or so. Like, he's been
Okay.
hypnotized.
Okay, it's like then I'm gonna like so here you go. I'm gonna cast catnap on him.
Okay.
Why is it not coasting? No, it's right here.
That's not.
Cheers.
Be willing.
I asked if he was willing to sleep, so I'm hoping that he will be like okay with it.
I don't know if being charmed would make you willing. I think that's where we're in the question.
I would think that'd be more like a command creature kind of willing versus someone who's just charmed. Because that would mean we can just coerce him into a lot of his stuff.
I don't have
Yeah.
anything to. Oh wait, do I? Maybe I do.
I think it's one of those things where it's if it was just you, I think it might have worked, maybe. But in this case, he's like, can't sleep. The other person's out here still.
Can't sleep.
Ugh.
Can't let him get to me or the creature. And then
All
that's when you see his leg move, and you just hear ass, and you just watch as his blade starts to like come towards you, going to try to attack. I'll give you a chance to react before he does, as you know when your spell is going to drop.
And I
All right, grapple.
Okay, go ahead and make an athletics check, and we'll make an acrobatics for. All right, so fail. So you grapple him, ass, and he just stabs you. He still does get to do that. 18 to hit.
Well, no.
Stabs again.
More now.
And then the offhand. 19.
More now.
Someone the 19 maybe. So just clink, 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 clink. The offhand just breaks. It breaks in half.
Okay. So we start flying 30 feet in the air because I have the boots.
So you have 60 feet of flight right now?
30 feet of flight because of the
Okay,
boots.
so you have 15 feet because you can only move half speed when you're carrying somebody.
Okay. Well, I was like, you weren't listening. You're getting carried back home like a baby.
You'll never take me.
All right. I'm gonna do a knockout punch.
He's at full health.
Well, it's gonna be a lot of unfortunate knockout punches.
Go to sleep.
I was hoping drastically I had the sleep spell, but I don't. So he's just gonna get a lot of really unfortunate continuous punches in the head.
All right, so okay, go ahead and make your punch.
So it'll be talons here doing non-lethal.
Okay, 13 is a miss. He's not restrained, he's just grappled. You don't have advantage. So the 13 you swing and just kind of hits into his armor. Yeah. And he tries to stab you back. Actually, he tries to break free. He's like, let me go. Go ahead and give me an athletics check to hold on to him. I got this. Easy. I literally couldn't succeed.
I move another 15 feet up in the air. I'm like, you're not helping yourself.
Go and you know the knockout punch. I mean,
Yeah.
Okay. How much damage do you do with your knockout punches?
Every single one is a D4 plus 4.
Okay. No. Oh wait, you do D4 now?
I do. Sorry, D6 now for Talon since the new book.
Oh, you're using your
Yeah.
talons. Okay. I thought it was unarmed, like an unarmed strike, but yeah, talons. Okay, gotcha. So you're using your feet.
I have
Is-
hands.
I mean, I guess Eric Cochran did have. I was thinking feet talon.
Human hands but eagle talons.
Yes.
Weird ass looking feet.
So I whack him repeatedly. Just like, go to sleep.
15 does hit, so yeah, 6. All right. No, and just keeps fighting. Mage, as you're kind of keeping an eye on this, and give me a perception check, would you? Or what is your passive?
I like 9. I have a -1 in
All
perception.
right, go and give me a perception. 6. Okay. So nothing. You're watching this. It is ridiculous as you're watching this guy struggle. On occasion, he almost slips out, and Flight grabs him back. At one point, he grabs him by his with his feet and just like kicks him back up. Then we watch as like the armor around your feet, Flight like disappears for a brief second as you grab onto him and toss him back up, and then they reforms around your foot again. Full on Iron Man Nano bot.
Yeah.
As he's going to try to break free again. He's still willing to drop 30 feet. 19, and your athletics was a 9.
It would be, it's 9.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
It's like, pushes you off, starts falling down 30 feet into the ground.
So just to taunt him, I'm going to featherfall him. So he doesn't get to hit the ground. He's slowly falling. So when I grab him while he's falling, pull back up.
He still descends 30 feet because you descend 500 feet a turn. But he still splashes in the water, but it's a bloop.
Okay, well, I did not understand that part of the spell, so I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, he's still gonna fall. I think it's 60 feet is actually a slow fall. The max you can fall.
Okay, did he go conscious from that?
What's it called? Featherfall. I was gonna slow fall. So yeah, slows the rate of descent to 60 feet per round until the spell ends.
Okay, yeah, no, I wouldn't use that. It's like, oh boy.
So in this case, it just takes fall damage as he takes 10 points of bludgeoning damage. You just hear, as he then stands up with half of his movement. Digs through and finds his dual blade that he dropped in the water.
As he does that, mini orc's gonna do fairy fire on him.
And then he starts moving 15 feet away, just back onto one of the mounds.
I'll swoop and grapple him again.
Fairy fire. So I'll make the dexterity for fairy fire. 16?
Nope.
That's a fail or a success?
Fail.
Okay, I wasn't sure. So it's a fail against me,
He fails.
Okay,
He failed.
Okay, so he's now glowing red, white, and blue. My music.
And I will grapple him.
Lost sound. Weird.
Hmm.
Here we go. Back. All right. So before you grapple him, the mound that he is on starts to move with him on top.
Wait, did the thing below it have to be fast to save?
That's true. It does. I don't have him loaded. So give me a second. Oh.
This would be so much
So
easier.
while I'm looking this up real fast, Gerathor and Shaseth, what are you guys doing? Where are you guys at? What's going on in the town while it's darkness has just set in Dundorma? It still seems fairly active. Kind of a nice nighttime like life in this city.
How long has it been?
Hours.
Yeah, it's still probably around that. It's probably around that 5-6 hour mark at this point.
Oh,
I'm
it probably cut
not
to us.
dis-
probably cut to us holding the interviews for new hunters.
Yeah.
You guys set up in the guild hall.
Doesn't hurt to keep our
Yep.
options open.
Why can't I find the?
So, what is your hunting experience?
Well, I hunted. It's like, oh, man, well, I hunted great joggers back in my old days. You can see my cane, poof, transforms into a gigantic greatsword, and then back. I've hunted my fair share of things. I just figured it's time to get back in the action. He's like, his arms like shaking, like trying to keep himself up. What do you think? I can show you a couple things.
I will keep your resume aside and we'll let you know. Next.
Yeah.
I imagine that this line is like decently long.
Yeah. This is a bunch of random like people that are just looking for like my last group all died.
Oh.
We were
We made
hunting
quite a stir, you know.
hunting down a pack of shamos and never seen anything like it. Horrifying. And his eyes just kind of look like just a 1,000-yard stare, just like memories. Still see it to this day.
The Shamu Strom.
It's been so horrible.
Have you considered counseling?
No.
You should.
Next.
Really should have set a minimum for this.
You have the next person come up. It's the full on McCree outfit, fucking cowboy hat. It's all great roguey gear. So he comes in, dual repeaters on both, one in each holster on each side. Comes walking. Top of the morning to you. Or I guess evening. Name's
At least the pants are looking.
Howdy.
Howdy. So yeah, my name is McGreedy. Want to hunt some monsters, but I'll stay in the back. Like spins them around, and then as he does it, one of them like flies off his finger and like randomly like, fires off in a random direction at somebody, like just barely missing them. Just kind of awkwardly picks it back up. So yeah, how about it?
We'll
I'll
keep you
keep
in
your
mind.
resume aside. Next.
And it just keeps going like this weird ass fucking people just keep walking up to you all, constantly the entire time.
This is why we need pre-mades.
Poke your friends list. Maybe you'll find someone.
Let's see. So let's go ahead and make this fairy fire save finally. 20 plus dexterity. Nailed it. So yeah, the thing he is on top of is also glowing red, white, and blue as it begins to move. Starts trying to keep his balance as there is a very large icing wyvern that starts to kind of rise up out of the ground, out of the
He's
swamp.
angry.
As it's getting up, it's like, I warned you.
Mage, do you do anything?
I'm just watching.
Okay. As the darkness finally kind of closes in, and almost entirely at this point, like trying to see him is extremely difficult.
Not anymore.
That's true. Only you can see only him.
No, I can see the Gerathor.
You know what I mean? Like in that air.
Yeah. I have two big nightlights. One's a Gerathor, one's him.
And he just kind of listens and goes, "Thanks for making this easy." And just flips the blades and stabs downwards on it. Let's see. 1, 2. These are advantage because of the fairy fire. And then the offhand. All of them hit. 1,
See, I'm on your side.
2, 3. Sexy damage. Okay. So he stabs it, and it's on a cry of pain as it pulls out. You're just watching little blood start to pool up around the creature, and that's when it rises up, and kind of rolls over. But it is your turn.
Okay. Before it rolls over him, I'm gonna try to grapple him and get him off it.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if he actually wants to get grappled or not.
So you're currently 30 feet in the air. Your flight speed's 30 feet, correct?
Yes, but I'm still. So I'm gonna grapple him when the thing starts rolling.
Okay. So go ahead and give me a athletics check. He's definitely. I don't need your help. As you grab onto him. So as it starts to roll, he stays in place as you're just kind of keeping him hovering in the air.
So if you're so tough, you can fight that thing by yourself, right?
Let's see here.
How confident is this man?
He's not. There's no time to actually answer that question, as the Gerathor swims down under the swamp, like kind of vanishes for a brief second, and then reappears right under both of you and just kind of leaps up and out. Would you and him please make me a dexterity saving throw?
21.
Okay, so you let go and like move a space away as it just comes flying up and just smashes into this guy. Okay. So he takes 58 points of bludgeoning damage as it just kind of just headbutts him. And you watch as his legs, you can hear the bones breaking. His eyes just instantly roll back as he loses consciousness. He gets sent flying in the air or comes smashing back down into the swamp water and just kind of vanishes under the water. In the, spot within like 5 feet of where the Gerathor is. And the Gerathor just lands.
Oh well.
Looks and you
Hey, Mage! Our target died.
As I cast Fly on myself and just head back to Dundorma without saying a word.
So,
you can't see Mage, by the way.
No, I can't. But Meteor can.
Yeah.
So, the Gerathor is like right below me, right?
What's that?
You said Gerathor is right below me?
Yeah, it kind of like goes below, and then you're watching it kind of like sift through the mud right now. Your best guess is it's trying to it's probably grabbing the unconscious body or dead body of the person and getting ready to like take it to wherever it wants to eat.
I shrug. Oh well, I tried. Fly back to the Dorma.
So you get your flight back.
I will take the armor off, so I go back to 50-foot movement speed.
Okay. So you start flying back that way. Mage starts flying back that way. Gerathor, Shaseth, you've gone through like 30 applicants, and they're all just weird, strange people. One's missing arms and other limbs with no replacements whatsoever. That's what they're trying to hunt, is to buy the money to be able to buy new body parts. You have really, really young people that are like, you have a couple kids come up to you with like wooden weapons, like, it's time for me to get my real weapon. How about it? You carry me. You give me the stuff. And I'll return the favor when you're old.
Hush, Timmy, go back to school.
I don't like you. Just walks away. You're weird looking.
Thank you.
And then you have other ones. You have a few different. I mean, it definitely ranges in variety of races and genders. You probably have at one point a changeling that's like shifting forms as they're speaking to you. Like, I can be whatever you need me to be. You need me to do range? He's like transforms and pulls out a bow. He's like an elf. You need to be an upfront fighter? He transforms into a gigantic orc with a hammer. It pulls out a hammer instead. Like, just let me know what you need me to be.
That's interesting.
Yeah. We can make this work. I just need to make sure we figure out how much you're going to pay me for each day, obviously. I mean, my going rate's typically about 2,000 gold per day. That's...
Do you know who we are?
No.
Do you even know who you don't even know who you're speaking to, do you?
No, I saw a really cool long line. Why the fuck not?
Get out.
And then I think finally at the very end, like the line, it's still there. And when you find a couple people that are talking to you at the same time, they're brothers or twins. Like, yeah, we do all this stuff and whatnot. And that's like, you're both like, okay, maybe. Yeah, sure, maybe. And that's when Mage and Flight come walking in.
Oh, thank God.
I throw papers off the table. It's not what it looks. That's not what it looks like.
And you just hear
Oh,
everybody.
it's exactly what it looks like.
You just hear a groan from everybody, like, oh, man. From the entire line. Everybody starts to disperse and shit.
To be fair, everyone, none of you have survived Gerathor's in the party.
And you have one last person come walking up. If I kill one of them, can I have their spot?
Yes, because I want to see what happens.
I want to observe this person who came up and said that.
I'll make eye contact with the reception, whatever, guild marm.
Yeah. She kind of looking. You fucking shitting me? She's just like.
I kind of make a head motion towards him.
Yeah. So the person that looking at him, this dude it's a Goliath. He's got an Excel axe on his back. He turns and looks at both of you. He's got no armor on whatsoever. For the most part, it just kind of covers his private bits. And that's really all the clothing that he has on in the first place. Tattooed like no other. Just uber buff. You can't even see his neck. He's so buff.
All the buffness.
100% Nick.
As he comes look at it. All right, which one? You can choose. Who wants to die? And at that same point is when you hear, oh, as the guild marm's grabs him by the ear, starts pulling how many times have I told you? Starts dragging his ass away. He's like, I'm sorry. No killing other hunters.
No, wait, come back.
I'm gonna
you're
ask.
so promising.
I slowly turn my head to the other two who have been here. So, any good replacements for us?
You're gone for 8 hours.
Nope.
All I want to know is if there was any good replacement.
I like this shot that it's
No.
justifying.
Not even one.
Well, it looks like you're stuck with us. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Oh, that's all right.
Don't go away, and I don't have to try and replace you.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, the dude died. He got eaten by a fish.
Oh.
I figured.
Was going fine until someone showed up.
That seems to happen.
I know, right? The fish was annoying.
Oh, I'm talking about you as I straight up look at you. You single-handedly, just by your presence alone, ruined this entire operation I had.
Well, I did ruin his operation too, so I guess I 1 for 1.
I'm sure.
Flight finds he's done nothing wrong. So, tomorrow we get our airship. All right.
I just throw a beer at Mage. He looks like he needs one.
I don't drink, as I just swish it to the side with magic.
I throw milk at him.
Was it chocolate milk?
It's whatever kind of milk that he wants.
I'll be fine. For now.
He demands restitution.
Maybe we should have sacrificed Flight to the barbarian.
His neck's pretty thick. He might actually be able to take me.
I mean, maybe.
Everyone knows that the thicker your neck, the stronger you are.
Ain't that right?
It is
Gerathor?
known.
Mm-hmm.
His neck was thick with 2 C's.
No, I think it was verging on 3.
Definitely very on.
Anyway, I think it's time to go to bed.
Agreed.
Okay.
Oh, I throw the jars of honey in the 4 potions of healing it. At flight. No, not for you. You need to cook.
I look at all the housework I was just given. It's like, oh yeah, that.
That's fine. You can definitely spend some time adding the honey to the potion of greater healing to give them an extra D4. Or unless you're transforming potions of healing into greater potions. So
Yeah.
Transfer the greater.
I believe it's a DC 12 pools, which I think you automatically succeed, correct?
Yeah, I have a plus 13 now.
Yeah. Automatically succeed. So you make 4 or, out of the, I think there was 6 or 8 of them. Either way, you make 4 of the 8 into greater potions of healing used in the honey. So you now have 4 potions of healing. Make sure you guys update that in your wherever you're keeping track of all that stuff. Remove the honey, and you rest for the night. That's like, it doesn't take you that long. It probably takes you about 10 minutes per potion or so, just to make sure you do it correctly and all that type of stuff. So go into bed 40 minutes after the rest of them. And as you wake up in the morning, fresh, awake, maybe a little angry, depending on who you are.
Always anger, all the time.
What do you guys do? What do you guys talk about? Do you have a conversation at breakfast? You guys just like rush over to the flight place? What do you guys do?
Oh, I actually would have hand Mage a pamphlet.
Have you met your Lord and Savior? Is what it says on the cover. And on the inside says Tiamat.
I hand it back. Not much one for religion. Its magic
Oh.
seems to be wasted.
Oh, it just hit me in the volcano area, so I figured it'd be something to look into.
Well, why don't you go use your hypnotic pattern and find out?
I love how fucking
I'm
salty
some
Mage is.
passive aggressive here.
I don't think it's passive.
Yeah, I think it's aggressiveness.
Not time to do it right now. Gotta get the other stuff back anyways.
Brush to the side.
To the
Flight
airship.
has no
90s Batman theme spin.
As we are now at Simple Flares Zeppelin Emporium. As you're there. Hey y'all, glad to see that you have a good night. Looks a couple of you look a little grumpy. Gotcha. Don't need to talk about it. Gotcha. So your ship is all ready to go. I think the only important thing we have to do still though is to name it, and then put it on the back. So what's the name? Your ship.
We had a name, didn't we?
Yeah, Eldritch Folly.
Yes. So
Yeah, that's it.
right, I completely forgot about that. Let me go ahead and get that done for you real quick. Just goes over there. You hear just there's just like fire blasts, like firebolts, like going through to carve the wood cutting.
That's a unique way to do it.
All right, you're all. It's been like 20 minutes. All right, it's just gotta brush off some of the scorch marks, adds a bit more finish to that spot, and you're good to go. So here are the keys to your ship.
Didn't know they had keys.
How else you start the engine?
A shovel.
Fair.
Shovel and coal.
No.
Wait, isn't it powered off Elder Dragon blood? What are we shoveling?
It's powered off Elder Dragon blood. You're just shoveling Elder Dragons.
1 spoonful of Gerathor.
No,
Spoons full of Gerathor makes the engine go round.
As a reminder, is it an encased system, very much like a water cooling system, where it just continues to rotate through it entirely. So it is self-contained as long as it is not damaged in any way.
All right.
So yeah, for the most part, it's just rev it, start it up. You get keys. This is your security system. Don't lose these. You ain't gonna be able to use it, and no one's gonna be able to use your Zeppelin unless you got the thing yourself. Just got your. It's not a Zeppelin. I mean, it's kind of a Zeppelin. I can't think of what the other word is right now. So it's a Zeppelin.
Blimp.
Airship.
Airship. Don't ask me why I couldn't think of airship.
So
Uh,
first stop, Poke Village.
Yep.
Okay. So as you go to look, I mean, you guys have seen your ship a little bit. It's already been kind of talked about. It is, and remind me because I'm misremembering. But you guys got the one that is you guys can fly with 4 people.
Got the smaller one, yeah.
Yes.
Mm,
You did not get the gigantic one. Requires a crew and everything else.
I
one
think
day.
we were considering getting a driver, right? So that we could
Yes.
do 24-hour shifts.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you guys had not decided on a driver, and there was some kind of talk about Jacob.
I think Jacob was coming on as just like a resident.
Gotcha. So, and he actually, as he looks at you all, one of you knows how to drive this, correct?
Sure.
I assume that Flight knows how to drive this.
Checking
That
my
seems one of the
background.
things.
I mean, I'm not saying. I'm just saying though. I mean, you have purchased this. You don't want to ruin it. There is we do offer an instructional way, class on how this all works. For
How long does that take?
It's 3 or so hours, and it's 100 gold pieces. Train you on maintenance, how to drive it, use it all
100 gold pieces each, or just in general?
for each person that wants to learn it.
400 gold it is.
Sure thing.
I'll pay that. I'll take care of the gold this time.
Excellent. I always forget to mention that before a person buys the ship, but it is an important thing to make sure that you maintain it properly.
Yes.
So then we montage the training course where you learn how to drive, how to clean, what to check for different things, how to if the Elder Dragon system gets damaged, on how to potentially fix it or when to run away for your life. A couple different things like that. How to raise and lift sail, or I guess in this case the blimp, the balloon part of it. And just kind of just the generic stuff. So you are now all certified, as it's written at Simple Plans School of Airshippery. You each get your own little certificate. And now you are good.
Yay.
I make everyone a pair of aviators.
As you're all go walking towards you with your aviators on. And you take off. You just know, if you ever need any kind of repairs, new supplies, or weapons added to it, just let me know. I'll take care of you.
All right.
Thank you for the business.
Do you know where we could find an extra pilot?
Yeah, if you're looking for an extra pilot, if you can give me an hour, I can probably get someone.
We can wait now.
All right. During that hour, do you guys talk about anything? Any more passive aggressive notes, Mage? Anything else?
Should just summon Kahootie.
Plans and all that type of stuff.
Start putting trinkets where they belong.
You guys should be setting up your rooms.
Mention to the party
Yeah.
that I got the material. Like, it's just more materials on a hunt.
Can the airship be a trinket? A group
No.
trinket?
No.
I put it in video work. I summoned the airship as an attack.
It'd be cool.
Actually, during the hour, I'm going to see if there's like a manual of like things you could encounter in the air.
I don't think there's
like monsters.
I don't think there's a manual. It basically answers anything that can fly in the world, you can encounter.
It's a 2-flip book. The question's on the front. The one page in the middle says yes.
Efficient. Very good use of paper.
Yeah, if it can fly, you can run into.
Hey, Mage. Do you think if we put a current through this the net here, we could use that as a paralysis net?
You say curtain?
So if we put a current, as my gloves spark with electricity.
I think more so just a net that deals electric damage, not so much paralysis.
Oh, what if I use this little guy to pull my little paratoad I've had in the cage this entire time?
I think that'll be good to save for the ballista. If anything, try to harvest some of its slime and put it on the bolts.
Launch the frog.
You're not launching Grompet.
Have a barrel full of paratoads.
Maybe one day. I'm not sure if Grompet's actually male or female.
We'll find out.
That'll be something to consider.
A bird
It's
who
like
bred
shooting
toads.
paratoads in a bale.
We just need their mucus to harvest their paratoad slime.
Yep. Get my little pet set up in the room before we go.
Okay. All right. So you get your stuff set up as simple plan or simple flame. Fuck. Why? Damn it.
Simple flare.
Simple flare. I was gonna get it. I had to pull up my notes. I lost the name for some reason there. So simple flare comes back, bringing a what looks to be someone in about their 30s or 40s or so. Pretty decently built, like not like overweight, but not super skinny, but not muscular either as well. He's just kind of a normal bodied man. As he comes walking towards you, he's got on simple clothing, nothing, no captain's like coat or hat or anything like that. He just looks like an average Joe. As simple player comes towards you, he goes, "All right, here's what I got for you. Read here. This man right here's name is Jeb."
I was going to say Jet.
Yeah, no, it's Jeb. Not to be confused with his brother Jeb.
Jeb.
So Jeb here is one of the finest pilots here, though he did go into retirement long ago, but he's looking for some extra income, and I suggested you to him. He's heard of you before, and you have piqued his interest. Alex, you go. Hi all, my pleasure to meet you. Would be happy to fly your ship for you. Take care of it, during downtime. Simple, ask that, a payment of 5 gold a month. Any kind of extreme danger, maybe a little bit extra, I would ask come my way.
Perfectly reasonable. Are you okay with the night shift?
Yeah, I don't mind staying up at night.
Even better. Welcome aboard.
Holds out his hand to you, shake it.
Give him a pair of Ray-Bans.
As I tell him, and don't worry, if anything happens during the night, I'll be awake, so you can contact me if anything troubles you too much.
Yep, no problem. I'll make sure I run down and let you know.
So as we're boarding, it's like, so what did you hear about us?
That you're a group of hunters that are exceptional. Killed a Dire Morales, from what I heard most recently. Took out a couple Elder Dragons. About it. It's impressive enough, in my opinion.
Sounds about right.
Huh.
Yes.
I was expecting different stories. Well, I'm glad those ones are the ones that spread. All good to set sail then, I guess?
Let me just do a pre-flight check. Make sure everything's good and, there's nothing out of order as he looks over at Simple Flare. And we'll get out of here.
Excellent.
So it takes 15 minutes just to kind of do a quick look over, checking things, starts the engine, revs up, and you lift into the air in your airship and begin your journey to Pocket Village.
And just think, like 6 months ago, we didn't have one of these.
The good old days.
Peasants that used to walk.
Who walks these days? So,
as I walk down to my room.
I slightly hover.
The ship flies away without Mage.
He uses fly to catch up. Fuck.
Just tie myself with a rope. Be fine. Just drag me.
So a flying hammock. That sounds perfect.
And then the boots wear off, and he's just like fluttering in the background. Okay, so let's begin our journey. So in this case, we're still going to be using our standard Trailblazer, spotter, scout, and all that type of stuff. So for trying to find places to sleep, I mean, obviously, you're going to sleep in your rooms. So we're just going to do the scout in this case. For flight, we'll just consider what we're going to be using for potential nighttime encounter. For Trailblazer will be the one to kind of decides like if you need to change your path potentially, if there's any kind of thing that might be dangerous off in the distance, you could use that. And your spotter obviously will be someone that can. There's no resources you can grab really. That is the one detriment to this, but you can still spy any kind of danger the group may encounter during.
Were we still doing the thing where I was just cooking? We foregoed me searching.
For the artisan, I mean, you can still cook. Yeah, I mean, you can't really search for food up here.
I'll ask the party if they want me to do that still.
Unless you
Find
guys
skyberries in the clouds.
No, unless you guys choose to like land to search for stuff, we won't worry about that too much. It'll be up to you if you choose.
Flight would definitely be scanning the ground like he always does, anyways, to see if there's anything interesting.
And there's tons of interesting.
Interesting that he'd probably let Gerathor or the rest of the party know.
That's fair.
Not like that. Not things that just Flight finds interesting. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you'd be stopping for 5 minutes.
There's no spyglass on this ship, right? Because I'm pretty sure we didn't buy one.
No, there's not one built in or anything like that.
And those were 1,000 gold.
I think spyglasses are 1,000.
I don't understand the logic.
They're very intricate and require.
Oh, I have binoculars.
This eagle boy literally has electric armor. Like the D&D equivalent of not make sense is the cost of a spyglass.
Well, I have binoculars, so I don't think it matters.
Fuck you, binocular.
You sold binoculars in the base player stuff.
Why do I do these things?
Oh yeah. Are they also $1,000?
They are now.
No, they're not. So
for 2,000
binoculars. 2,000. Well, 2 spyglasses. I bought them forever ago. So.
Where the fuck do I have binoculars?
I could swear you have binoculars unless I'm dreaming it.
There's no binoculars in the guide to monster hunting.
Guess I dreamed it up.
I think you dreamed it up.
Was a vivid dream of using
binoculars 5e comes up with D&D Wiki. That's the first search. Right. I'm just saying.
It's because I kept using mini orc as binoculars. That's right.
Do we have enough gold to, in the past, buy one before we leave?
If you guys,
technically,
yeah.
I feel like it's good to get one and just add a periscope on the ship.
Yeah.
Mounting one limits your range to be able to what you can see versus like other spots. I'm just saying. Though there's less of a risk of it falling off the ship if you like stumble.
I'm going to get 3 of. I'm going to get 4 of them, one for each of us. Because it's 1,000 each, so.
That's 4,000 gold. That's a lot.
I know, but this way we can see far. And if someone doesn't want theirs, I'll make a binocular out of it.
I mean, it's not like Mage can be really good with them. Out of character.
Yeah, my perception's low.
I feel like we just need one.
All right, then I'll just keep the one.
Okay.
If anything, at the most, it would be 2. 1 for free use and 1 to have affixed on the ship. Like I said, at the most.
I like that one.
Yeah. So I got the spyglass.
You can put it on our crows.
I would have
our balloon's crow nest.
I would like a spyglass because I can, use my perception check.
All right, yeah, I'll get you one too.
It'll help out our pilot to have a spyglass on the ship he can use.
Yeah, gearing this guy up probably is a good thing too.
Yeah, we'll have one to keep and one to keep on the ship then.
Okay.
Alright. I'll put a lanyard around him so we don't lose him quickly.
Around Jeb?
No, no, lanyards around the spyglass.
All right.
And then we can shine a light through it so we can see where the monster is on the map.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
So I'm gonna scan the ground with my new spyglass to see if I find anything interesting wise for large fauna.
I will also scan in the opposite direction.
Okay. Well,
This guy. I'm laughing at the logistics of a spyglass because we're paying him 5 gold a month, and it costs 1,000 gold for a spyglass. So we just casually bought 3. It would take him 16 and a half years to afford one, and it's like, here you go. Here's just this, like, no big deal.
That's how much money hunters make.
It's so. Oh,
Adventurers' economy break things.
especially high-end ones.
how does anyone live in this world?
Well, most
Yeah,
people,
spyglasses.
Great terror.
yeah, most people don't need potions of healing or other things because they're not going out trying to get themselves murdered. They just live in town happily.
They don't
So-
know how much they're getting ripped off.
Or maybe
Is it perception or investigation?
Oh, I forgot to ask. How fast is the ship moving per foot per round?
so. I don't remember. It's basically we're gonna double your normal movement on the map.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm just saying, like, if I spot something, I can fly down and then catch back up to the ship.
let us take a quick look. I'm gonna pull up the Ghost Salt Marsh really fast because I was gonna use their kind of travel speed on the normal ships to help figure out Zeppelins. That I feel like makes the most sense.
Okay. Ask party again. Should I be
Yeah,
cooking?
You said 8 miles an hour for its speed.
Yeah, which would be double, I'm pretty sure, of your. But in terms of like normal combat movement, which is different than like your travel movement,
Yeah, I just want to know if flight can catch up from behind.
I
From
mean,
what I
Well, if I move 50
understand-
feet,
Oh
I move
my
50,
God.
100 feet a turn.
From what I understand, the Ghost of Saltmarsh versus I think the Avarice vehicles, the Hell vehicles.
Yeah.
Like the Avarice vehicle control is leagues better than Saltmarsh.
Well, yeah, one's powered by souls.
Well, no, the like the rules, because I think the Saltmarsh's controls is basically the captain does everything, and
Yes.
everyone just gives suggestions. While the Hell vehicles, every person has their own unique role to play.
Oh, that's
So
fair.
it actually gives people a turn versus, hey, captain, I suggest we do that. And he's like, nah, I'm gonna do this. You have no control. It's just the captain.
Right. No, in this case, I was just looking at movement. So I'm curious.
Mhm.
So we're looking at, and this is actually faster than like the galleys. If I move 4 miles per hour, okay, well, I mean per hour. I mean, we do the same thing. We like 4 miles. So 4. That's a galley. Shit.
I wish they expanded more on
We don't
vehicle
wanna get-
combat. Mad Max sessions.
Yeah. If I got a chance, I'd definitely make a Elder Dragon powered car in this game.
Yeah, 4 miles per hour makes sense. You guys are actually quite. So 4 miles per hour.
We have 2 ballistas and 1 cannon.
We have it's plus 1 cannon, 1 binder.
They changed the symbol. So it's 252 miles. $63 out. So technically, if you guys were flying nonstop, it would take 2.6 days. So almost 2.5
That
days
was the goal.
to get to.
Much better than the 3 weeks it took to get here.
Normal.
We can go on a straight path too.
As long as the wind stays on our side, we actually might get there faster if the winds are on our side.
Just cast gust a lot.
It's 10.5 days right now from Dundorma to there. If I'm doing the math, I think it's burn. Yeah, it's 10.5 days versus the 2.5 days it's going to take you to go by.
So 8 miles an hour is 11 feet per second.
So I changed it
So-
to I went with more with the ship ones, which are 4.
Okay.
4 miles per hour. So I don't know why they don't have an actual like normal movement in combat.
So
Makes no sense.
it's roughly 60 feet. No, it's roughly 30 feet per round.
It's in meters. Why is my thing in meters?
Miles per hour to foot per second converter.
Oh, my stupid.
So it's still 30, but it's just a constant.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
And we can avoid elevation and terrain and stuff.
Yeah, all the difficult bullshit. You can also travel at night still with no problem. During the day, Jeb is probably sleeping for at least his 8 hours while someone else is manning the ship. And then, unless emergency happens, you guys need to fight, and he's up, and his rest is interrupted. But he'll rest, and then that way he can fly at nighttime. That way you guys are still moving during.
Flight can catch up to the ship. That's the important part.
What is?
Even if it was 80 miles an hour, he'd still catch up.
Okay.
Right. So I'd like to make a perception check with our fancy retroactively acquired
So
spyglass.
the first thing I would like is okay. I got the one from I see the survival, but I haven't rolled to see if anything's even gonna happen. Keep going. Fuck.
As we're flying, hey Gerathor, are there any monster you're looking to get?
Yeah. Not really.
What about you, Mage? Any specific specimen you're looking for?
I think there was. At least not that I recall. Namiel, maybe.
Well, we ran into that once. Well, maybe if we head back to that temple again, maybe we might find another.
I mean, Almudron would be fun to fight, I think.
You know,
Uh,
maybe
Terrain fight, mud, fish, the giant club on its tail.
Oh, we already ran into a mudfish earlier.
Yeah, but that's just a basic. Well, assuming you told me,
But yeah, we would have told you.
probably just a basic Gerathor.
It definitely was. It was pretty big. It definitely hit that guy pretty hard.
Yeah, but they're just so, dead-eyed.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're a fish.
All the smarts of a fish too.
Oh, this is not a Plesioth. Actually, I wonder, like, if I was to strew a net, if we were traveling over the ocean, like to the polar ice fields, how many fish do you think we would get if we did it like that?
With our luck, we'd hook a Sidious.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be quite the catch.
The chip would go down.
That's the reason why you can let go of the thing first.
Its head is bigger than our ship.
Look, if we could take down a Sidious, and we could fly with a Sidious skull on our ship.
Just hook a submarine tube to the back of Sidious.
Do we? Oh, cool. I do. I can fix minor things. I
Mending?
was looking right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I also have mending. It's my bread and butter.
I was gonna ask, do we need to buy like repair kits or something? Because that was one of the
It's taking
things.
ML a while, so either he's making entire new tables or he found something interesting.
Well, I don't think he planned originally for us to ever buy an airship. I just mentioned it way early on because like they existed.
How else am I going to deal with airships other than murdering you guys on? Ship's going down.
There's,
Mechanical
the
failure.
entire- There's plenty of monsters.
Oh, there's tons of monsters in this type of.
Make a sky guy.
Yamasukami.
Entire flying wyvern section,
Yeah, I mean, there's literally one called flying wyverns.
except for a Cantor, and you can those.
Hey, they
Ah,
they have wings. They're just on their arms, right here, like a little fluttery little motherfucker.
Look, anything can fly if someone throws hard enough.
They
He's
have
got
flaps.
hops.
They have flaps, but they cannot fly.
They used to be, and then they got fat.
The Cantor can jump.
He can jump good.
Best, just not 1,000 feet in the air jump. So I think kind of want that just for where are
Why did I roll a d4?
I enabled
Mage.
3D dice because I wanted to see what would happen.
As we're flying around, hey Mage, I'm probably gonna kick up projection of scrolls here when we get a chance.
Everybody else can see the 3D dice now? I thought it's just a,
I don't see them. I have mine turned off.
Cool. Now you can see how many dice I roll when I crit.
In Foundry, I know everyone can see them, so I was wondering if everyone could see it if I rolled.
Okay, so as you're flying your first leg of the journey, I need for you, Mage, make me an intelligence or wisdom saving.
Wisdom it is. No, intelligence.
I was like, really? All right. So, as you are flying, you hear, in your head, where are you? Let's find you.
Uh-oh.
As Mage's eyes glow yellow.
Uh-oh.
Mini orc with a stupidly high pass perception.
Someone rolled a really bad or really good roll.
Wait, my pass perception is only one less than that. Would I notice this?
No, the only person who he's not saying it. He just hears this in his head.
Well, his
Oh,
eyes are
I meant the
glowing.
yellow eyes.
His eyes are glowing. Yeah, I mean, you guys are probably noticing Mage's yellow eyes.
Hey,
Or Mage's eyes are glowing again.
did someone cast a spell on him?
Gerathor, what
Yeah.
should we do?
I don't know.
I'm gonna check to see what it is and see if he's not just casting a spell on himself.
I mean, Mage, you can still talk. You can still do anything. You're just hearing a voice in your head, which isn't necessarily uncommon for you. So usually you're the one who starts.
Fascinating. Something is speaking to me. Through me?
Should I pick up the phone?
I don't know. As I reach out my hand and try to speak to you telepathically.
To the thing that's saying, "My love must find you."
Oh,
Or you speak,
hello?
or you're speak. You're trying to. You hear nothing. Light.
Okay. Yeah, I don't got nothing.
I respond back. Where are you?
You do not get a response. And then that is as you ask, "Where are you?" Your eyes, the yellow fades. And you're not currently hearing anything.
Something was talking to me, looking for their love.
Knowing
Did
that
you-
Mage usually has to be within close range of stuff, I took a quick look around to see if I see anything.
Yep. And
I
actually,
will do
who,
the same.
my spotter? Would you please roll me a AD20? Let's see what the weather's like.
Okay.
Uh.
I think that was you, Seth.
6.
Hey, 3D dice.
Yay.
Reading. What?
We can see
You can
dice.
enable 3D dice and
Oh, I don't
see people rolled in them.
Okay. Here. 6. Okay. So, I mean, there's some cloud cover. There's wind only because you're traveling at a pace where there is a breeze. It would be unseasonably hot for you as we're kind of finally starting to leave winter and go towards spring. Snow is melting in places, but in your case, because of the nice draft you have from travel, it's fairly nice. But there's a little bit of cloud cover here and there. Not a ton, but some. So I mean, as you look around, Shaseth, or who was going to look around?
Me, yes.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
With the spyglass.
I'll give you
do I get a
advantage.
bonus?
With the spyglass, yeah, when you're limiting your range, I feel with the spyglass at the same point, because you have to like scan that versus looking around and then using the spyglass.
Probably without the spyglass, then zoom in if I see something
Yeah,
else.
that's fair. Go ahead and give me just a standard.
No, I rolled a 9.
As you look around, don't happen to see anything that seems to be near enough by that would make sense for Mage build.
Could it possibly be above us if it's not below us?
I look up.
There it is.
It's literally 2 feet above you. No. As you look around, trying to find, you don't see anything. There was something.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Above the cloud cover.
Oh, so you fly up. Okay, give me a perception check as well, then flight.
I'll have Mini Orc with me, so I can still have the.
A modern mage probably have fight Featherfall correct or ready.
I also have Featherfall. Oh, sorry, it's 26.
Okay. So as you look around, you fly above the cloud cover around. About using Mini Orc, about a mile and a half or so away. It spies serpent-like creature. It has no wings, but it seems to be moving along kind of like an Eastern dragon. Your Shenron's kind of style. Off in the distance away from you.
Would I possibly have an idea what this is?
Being an Aarakocra, I feel like there's a chance in hell.
With the
But there's a
nature?
chance. History.
Can I
It might
attempt
be.
to figure it out?
Well, since he's up in the sky right now, currently.
Oh, I thought you were still in the thing.
Yeah, no, he flew up
19.
above the clouds. On a 19, I don't think so. I don't think these are common enough for but you mean you get a decent look at it. It definitely has a golden scales to it with a large, looks to be some kind of like sack under its by its belly, 2 long arms, claws, and just kind of rows of like what would almost be mistaken as what I would call them, but like you would see on a creature that's up from like under the sea, all on the back.
Tuma.
Not
I
Tuma.
see.
It's not the Dulma.
Okay, so with Mini Orc, I'm going to use my one of my other reference abilities, effectively take a picture. I'm going to fly back down to the airship.
It's a little blurry because it's pretty far zoomed, but yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, well, I saw this, whatever it is, and I give you my Bigfoot picture.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a history check, Gerathor.
$24.
Nice.
Okay. Is a expert in Elder Dragons specifically. Yeah, I think you were 24. You would probably recognize it, at least by the picture and be a little bit of what he described as the Elder Dragon known as Thunder Serpent Narwhal.
Let's hope that it doesn't get closer.
Was it flying towards us or away from us?
It was currently flying away.
Well, it looks like it was flying away from us, Gerathor, so I don't think it's a big deal.
Good.
But I start writing down my little notebook. Flying wingless creature.
With Dulma.
Also, we're hearing wolves from way down below.
Shut up, Zinogre.
Woo-hoo.
Throw off shoe at it.
Hey, and your shit. All right.
Apparently not.
I need some just wind noises.
Turn your fan on and point at the mic.
Right? 1 second, guys. Which is funny because I actually had a fan down here. Oh, now it's not down here. That'd been funny. All right, so
Yes.
you see that as it kind of trails off in distance for the moment, but it still seems to be in the area as the rest of the day goes by semi-peacefully till night, when I need my scout in this case to make me their standard. We're still gonna have you do stealth and perception just for the sake of travel, and I'll still take the average type stuff.
Okay. No advantage on stealth, but perception is just 18. So all it changes back from instead of having advantage.
Okay. All right. As you make your nighttime journey, Jeb is up. traveling, make it as you are able to. The rest of you can sleep. Who need to sleep in your rooms?
Yes.
When I need you to make me another save, Mage, intelligence or wisdom.
Wisdom or intelligence, I always forget. Whoop.
14.
I think he's meant to have advantage on this, right? Or because that's the reason why it's happening.
No, I mean I don't really necessarily consider it a psionic ability as it's a magical telepathy.
Well, I also have this feat.
So he's an actual psionic now.
Okay, well then yeah, sure you can have advantage on it.
That feat.
11. All right, 14.
14 it is.
14. I mean, you get a chance in hell to succeed anyway. How do you not have? How does a wizard not have proficiency with intelligence saving?
Because I am a sorcerer first. And then I became a wizard.
Yes.
Con charisma.
Okay. Okay. In this case, Mage, you are in your room when this happened. As you hear, "My love, where are you? I will find you." In this case, you hear, "What do you do?"
Honestly, at this point, I think Mage would just walk out onto the. I don't even know what it's called. Just
The deck.
out, yeah, there you go. Walk out to the deck and just kind of like gaze into the clouds, trying to focus
Okay.
because I'd be fascinated by this.
Sure. And you walk out there.
So I assume we got like a full rest when we sleep on the ship.
Yeah, you say you're it's still the same journey rules. So you still have from Dundorma to Poke Village where you have that travel distance where you get your one rest. Or you get no long
Okay.
rest between that. You get your short rest if you guys choose to take them. Which in this case you have 2.5 days, so it might just be worth the short rest each day if you really wanted to.
Might as
So
well.
did you look around? Give me a perception check. So you look around. I mean, it's night. You can still see with your magical darkness, but only up to 120 feet. So anything beyond that is quite difficult. And that is when you're looking about, and you start unwillingly speaking aloud. "My love, where are you? I will find you."
What color are his eyes?
Well, since you're not there and Mage has not checked himself, we don't know.
Hmm.
That's why I asked what he was doing. So his eyes are a color. And as you speak out loud these words, and then you hear there's something nearby. Why does it think it needs to go? And that's when Jeb kind of looks at you, Mage, and goes, "Are you okay? Your eyes are kind of blue."
As I look to him, I think you should hold on to something.
"Why are you here?" As Mage begins to speak more. "Go away." And Jeb's like, "I'm gonna go get the rest of the crew." And like runs downstairs. There's knocking on doors.
Opens door.
I'm up. I'm up.
Mage is saying some weird stuff. His eyes are blue. I don't think they're normally blue. At least not glowy blue.
Yeah.
That's probably not a good sign.
Is someone messing with our boat?
He told me to hold on and hear as something rams into the boat. Into your
okay,
airship.
yes.
Uh,
I run up on deck. And,
yeah.
Heal myself. by 40.
Okay.
Oh god.
I mean,
oh, fuck.
you guys would have had a rest before you left now that night,
Okay.
so you guys would be fully.
Yeah. Run to the deck screaming, "No one messes the boat!"
I gotta make a boat token now, or like overlay. I'll make one of that after this session, because of course I had a dragon ship one that I deleted forever ago. That was just a blank one. Sad that I got rid of. So you all come running up the boat, or as you like go up the stairs, you see like a crack on one little spot, and then
They scratched our boat.
Mage, as from your view though, when this all happened, it's time. Leave. Get out of my space. It just comes when you see this blue serpent come barreling towards the airship and just crashes into it with the side of his body. It kind of bounces away and kind of stares. As it then kind of looks at you. Where is she?
To the north. To the north. Your partner is to the north.
Do you say anything, Mage? Because it looks at you, because you're the only one up there current. As this moment happens, as it bashed into it, they're running up the stairs. Where is my queen?
Much air cocking swearing.
We never got an actual direction.
I'm pretty sure it was northbound, wasn't it?
Did Flight tell us?
Flight saw a
Yeah.
direction. You would have said.
Yeah.
I like the little Zeppelin little picture we got here now. What you guys?
Yeah.
Oh no, it moved.
It moved with our token, so it's going.
There you go.
Zeppelin picture. You have to hold. Oh no, what the fuck? You know, dark.
I tried my best.
It
That
works.
was the best airship
It's
I
great.
could do.
I just gotta hold the Alt button when I select.
I'm screaming from below, "Mage,
Yes.
who's messing with the boat?"
I would point in the direction that Flight told me, as I would say, she's over there. She's that way. He's that way? I'm not really sure which one's which. wouldn't know.
This is the male. The Nar was the female. No reason to know that is because it's the mother from spoilers for anybody who hasn't played Rise yet, and if you haven't, I'm sorry. Should have already played it.
I
But
don't think Mage as the character would know. Is what he's saying.
true. But this one also asked where his queen was.
Her queen is that way.
Do you know the way?
Okay, it just stares at you for a second. If you lie, come for.
Understood.
And look at the ship. This comes back. Coming. Flies off. It's like the rest of the group. As the rest of the group, you come like barreling out of the underbelly, as you start to see like just the side of the Ibushi getting ready to move to the like it's traveling alongside the ship. Oh wait,
Mage, what is that?
It's messing with our boat.
It's the other half.
Oh,
Don't know.
hmm.
Have guns out and ready, Gerathor.
Is it
Is this something we can kill?
No.
No, don't shoot. Don't shoot. It simply gave us a warning. I'm guessing this area is its territory. That being said, I hope you're right about where that other one was.
I hope the other one eats it. As I go back to figure out what damage happened to my boat.
I mean, maybe? Who knows?
So, how's the damage to the boat look?
Yeah, so you go to like I mean you saw the crack on the stairway as you're coming up, like, cause like board broken, a couple boards broken in. As you go to look, like you fly up and out to the side, look at it. There's just like a indent on the side of the boat that is probably
Much
about
whining.
probably like 6-7 feet across, 3 to 4 feet up. And just you just need a gigantic.
Something-
You need a gigantic plunger.
I come back up. Dumb thing left a dent like the size of its skull in our side of our hull.
We just paid for this.
It's probably taking like 2 days to buff this out.
Jeb comes walking. Anybody know mending?
I don't think that mending will fix that.
Few of us at the same time. Kind of like holds its hand.
I'm sure Mage knows it because he knows all things, but
Jeb's a wizard.
All right, are you able to fly, or do you want me to hold you while you cast it?
I mean, I can just do it from the inside.
All right, well, I'm gonna spend my time mending because I care more about the boat.
Looks at you, Mage. You got mending?
Of course.
So,
Either reinforce the outer shell with something for anti-dragon assault.
as you, Flight, and Jeb all spend time mending the dent that was placed into the side of your ship. Over the course of the next, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, you continue to cast mending, repairing small parts together at the same time. Just kind of a co-cast. And eventually the ship is back to its pristine condition. And Jeb
More
goes,
than a day's work.
yeah, well, that was terrifying. All right, I'm going to go back to flying the ship. Take over from one of the other two. So, Shaseth or Gerathor, who was flying the ship?
Sure. I was flying the ship.
Okay.
yeah, I'll be watching.
Also, we lost your camera,
Yeah.
Shaseth.
It was doing so well.
It was good though, most of the time. Right now we get Heavy's icon on your picture. So, the rest of the night goes by peacefully. Eventually, not probably during the mending time, Mage's eyes go back to normal. They no longer are a light blue glow. And you wake up in the morning, Jeb ready for bed. You all take over the ship's stuff. Oh,
Since
Gerathor.
they're all flustered all day.
Day 2 journey. Would you please give me another survival check?
Ugh.
Yeah. I had to make sure that was
2.
Yep. 8. All right. On day 2, as you're kind of, reassessing damage here and there, flight, just, make sure anything you couldn't see at night was repaired from the damage from the body slam that your ship just took. You, do notice that there is a spot in the ship that is still cracked and seems to be growing.
No. I focus all my attention on that completely, and if I need help, I immediately call for it.
Okay. Go ahead and give me. Let's go ahead and go with a Let's go with Constitution saving. No, not saving. Which Constitution check. Let's just see how
Is this
well.
a tools check or just a Constitution?
This is Constitution to see, because you're able to do it. It's just the crack keeps growing, so it's taking a little bit more time. Plus, you're flying while doing this because it's on the outside of the ship and casting, and it's a strain on the body potentially. But with a 23, you don't really have any issues with the strain. You've flown and done stuff like this before, maybe not on like an airship at this speed, but something remotely close in your younger years. But but you spend about an hour or two, cleaning up that last mending that last crack that kind of extends outwards almost to the back of the ship. But it's in good, pristine condition once you finish. Luckily,
From stern to heel, ugh, big crack.
full crack.
How soft? How hard is the outerior of our hull?
It is.
Exterior.
I can't word today.
Who needs the word? It happens, right? So, no, I mean, in general, this is actually a very, very strong ship. The type of wood that it was, I can't remember what I described it as in that episode. I'll have to rewatch to figure out which type it was. Is very hard and sturdy. So it's, I mean, realistically, your assumption is the reason it get cracked because of what hit it, which was a Elder Dragon.
All right, fly back up. Hey, do you think we could infuse Elder Seal into our hull?
My camera is apparently dead.
Rip camera. I saw it for a split second.
That's mostly just a passing comment as I'm like cleaning up myself from the work.
Not to say we can't try to put spikes on the side.
The more
Try
we
to-
add to it, the slower it goes.
Yeah, that's exactly what Jeb was gonna say. Like, yep, he has it right there.
We just need
We're more defensive, but we're slower then.
a better engine, or at least another.
Cover it in Stregio scales.
Trying to get a better engine with what you already got is gonna be extreme. One, it's probably gonna be impossible for the size of the ship you bought. It's gonna require more crewmen, it's gonna require ship.
So they came like with a manual for how to like work and repair the engine, right?
They gave you a small tutorial in that 100 GP instructions on how to repair any kind of like, if you don't fix this thing, then it's gonna blow up. So they kind of explain those little things here and there. But like catastrophic, it's best like just prevent that from happening.
All right. So with my already current knowledge of ancient tech and this current tech, I'm gonna start working on hopefully making a much better engine than what is currently here.
I wish you luck.
I also wish myself luck, so I don't know what I roll for that, but I guess I'll roll it later.
That's gonna be that's a long process type. So it's gonna be more than one roll and more than one day type of idea.
Okay, that's gonna be what I'm doing during my free time on the trip.
Okay.
Right now.
Other than the large crack that flight took care of, not much else is going on the ship. Nothing really up in the sky, above the clouds, below the clouds. As you look down, I mean, you see some creatures either flying down below through the open plains. You probably see like an Anjanath running, chasing after some like Aptonoth or like that way down in the distance. Using the spyglass, you can obviously see it. The rest of you kind of just see like little ants. It's a fairly peaceful day. As we turn tonight, as Jeb has probably been awake for a little bit, but takes over the wheel. And I need my scout for their stealth and perception.
Both 18.
Yep. Unlike the last night, this night goes by peacefully as well. It's fairly quiet, not really big danger, as you make it through your second day. So, as you do warn Jeb, steer clear of the mountains behind Berna. Just because, Ballstrack's territory. On the next half of the day, or the final day, I need you, Gerathor, to please make me your survival.
Better.
23.
Okay. So as you are coming into Poke Village, you run into one issue as you're probably about a couple hours out. It is snowing extreme, almost blizzard conditions. Jeb kind of looks at you and goes, I don't know about flying in that. It could be damage to the ship. We could get lost. We could run into a mountainside. Think we should land, or you want to go through it?
Do you think that we would be safe enough at low altitude? Perhaps at a slower pace?
We're traveling into mountains at this point. It's too dangerous because if it gets blinding snow, we could literally just plow right into a mountainside. I don't know.
We can't go above it.
I mean, then how are we going to know where we're going to land?
I wave.
You can see
We
through
could just
blizzard
wait it
weather.
out.
You ever heard of homie instinct before? I say jokingly.
He doesn't smile or laugh. He just kind of gives you like a shut the fuck up.
Bite me.
We can wait it out.
We could wait it out. We could land here if you want, and you can travel by foot. And then when it clears up, I can bring the ship over. We could just sit here and wait. We can direct. It's up to you guys.
How far would it be by foot?
You're somewhere. You're probably in terms of like actual, probably about a half a day's out. You get there by night.
No, we can just do that, and then
Well, what if something
assume-
attacks our airship?
I mean, I can always make a run for it.
That Rathian's in the area.
And she won't attack us, but she'll attack him.
Phone call.
If we land and keep the airship safe, and it's already defensible as it is with being heavily armed.
I mean, we could also take a day and we could gather some supplies out in the field while we're waiting for the to pass.
Yeah, I think that's a fine idea.
Haven't been over this area in a while. Could hopefully find something neat.
Agreed.
Take a look for a good spot to land.
He finds one. He's definitely. I mean, we're just gonna say you guys find one. We're not gonna make it. There's not. You're not in the storm, so it's simple enough to find a place right at the edge of the snow and the plains itself that you arrive down. I guess actually you'd be in the snow half here. Actually. And as you land, it's safe enough, tied down. And you guys go look for some supplies. So we can do some resource gathering for the day, and that's probably where we'll end out the session as well. But let's go ahead and do our gathering first. So, let's go let everybody look for one resource. And then we'll let our spotter, in this case, could get an extra one.
We have that material that doubles our resource gains, potential ones.
Right, for the amount of resources. I got you. Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I can do 2. That's fair. And then the spotter can still get 1 extra on top of that. Because they're 1 free one.
We still can't find rocks, right?
That would be... Well, you get 1 guarantee because of the weekly travel. So you can find 1 that way through the spotter. And then I'll let one other person search for 1.
I'll let Gerathor do that.
Well, in this case, we can go 1 of each type of resource. So if you want to do like a bone, an ore, a fish, plant, mushroom, insect, and then obviously you get the 1 free ore from travel and 1 free one of any of them except for bone or ore with your artesian. Start with Rubric.
This would be under the frozen.
Yes, to be on the to be Snowy Mountain.
For the ore.
Everything is so high.
Yep, it is high DCs at the level you guys.
Potentially a royal armor sphere.
So finding is easy. It's gathering is a difficult. So I think you only needed an investigation of 14 to find something.
Bone pile and insect is the hardest, and fish.
Yeah, it's hard to catch fish in a mountain. of snow.
Batotus is pretty easy to find.
Although we're higher level, is it possible to still roll on the lower tables?
If you wanted to, yeah,
considering
you
that
could.
They're different.
I would just say specify that's what you're looking for.
Really good chance of Godbug.
So, Gerathor, that is a success. If you want, roll me a d6. Higher than a 2.
I will also roll for the ores.
That's
6.
6.
Nice. That royal armor.
Nice.
Double for very rare.
Yep, yeah, you can reduce it down to a very rare.
You get 2 for. I'll use a ore roll as
Well,
well.
we get 2 of them anyway, don't we?
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
because you have the. You,
Oh, we do?
I,
With double
I would. I
material.
gave you. Yeah, I gave you the double material one.
I think it's just a chance of having double.
No, I have a trinket for
You
it.
have geologist,
Yeah.
then yeah, you get 2 of them.
Ooh.
Double royal armor spheres.
You guys make sure you're writing it down because I'm not. So then we have the one other ore for the spotter. So that's an auto.
I will roll a d6. 2.
Also, I'll give you my trinket as well.
Hard armor sphere. Well, even if you get a trinket, it doesn't make a difference in that case because you have to be attuned to the trinket, which they're not. Only one person can tune.
I have my own.
Right, he's fine. This is just a hard armor sphere.
Darn, just rare.
Yep, 1 or 2 are just rare in this case. But that's why you also have a chance of like the high end shit, upper end. So, okay, so that's your 2 ore. You guys have a bone you can do, and then you have the other ones. Get 1 free mushroom, insect, plant, fish. Auto.
There's a 1 in 2 chance of getting a Godbug if we go insect.
Which one do you want to do, Mage?
Oh, it's whatever they need. I can't use most items, and most items don't really apply to me. So my
I see.
contribution is for the team.
Finding things again is easy, but I have poor performance ability for catching bugs.
Does Ancient Fish or Spirituna actually do anything?
I don't know.
I'll go for some
The
fish.
It-
spear tuna was part of the feast, wasn't it?
Ancient
Wasn't that
fish
what I
is an
picked up?
upgrade material for any armor or weapon rarity.
Yeah, I'll go for fish.
Yep.
Investigation.
Correct. See if you find the fish in the first place. You do.
Your tuna is worth a good amount of money.
So, and then it would be a sleight of hand or athletics for fishing. Well,
I'll
sadly,
+5 that.
even with a +5, that is not enough. Fishing line snaps after like 20 minutes of trying to catch the fish. Fish has been used unless you want to use your free resource one for it. But you also have a bone one you guys can do. That has to be an investigation.
I get to do a regular one, right? Not just a spotter roll.
Correct. You get to do a regular one, but the regular one has to be a fish, insect, mushroom, or plant.
I'll try for
Because Gerathor used your mining. I guess technically it could be a bone pile.
that'd be
It's
the
history
technical
or it's history or nature for the
insect is perception, right?
insect. Well, so it's investigation to find it, and then insect is either sleight of hand or
Investigation to find anything.
investigation. Yeah, as long as you get a 14 or higher in your investigation, you find whatever you're searching, and then it's do you catch it. You can also have someone else do your investigation check for you if you want. Oh, that is fine.
Yeah, that'd be. I only have a +1.
I'll look for you.
Look for.
I'll +5 it just so I don't fail.
Okay, success.
Look for bugs.
Okay. Bugs. Exactly. Either sleight of hand, I know that. Wisdom, nature.
Well, Bugs were a bad idea then.
I know that we could gust cantrip the bugs.
You could gust cantrip.
Yeah, I can't make the roll.
Damn.
I have to roll a nat 20 to succeed.
Well, we can use that one for mages instead.
I harmlessly puff them into the net.
Hey, roll me a d6, mate. Womp. Oh. Cricket.
The worst option.
Hey, +2 to fishing skills.
Yeah, who wants to use that on their neck on the fish attempt?
Well, actually, if I use a cricket, I can probably do it.
And it's with the you can do athletics with fishing.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're using a cricket plus that. Someone needs to find the fish though first, so someone needs to make me an investigation.
Find the fish.
18
I
success.
point to the fish that got away from me.
Okay, add 2 to this roll.
That's a success because of the +2.
Just enough.
It literally hits. Roll me d6.
That's all right.
A 4. 4 is a glutton 2.
Nice.
Open it up.
Pop.
What do I get?
Gains a
Double.
random.
It
So-
gives another glutton tuna.
Just the endless glutton
So-
tuna route.
Here's how we're gonna do it. Roll me a D100. If it's a 51 or higher, it's gonna be a material. If it is a below, so it's a material, not a reflex.
Let's start with the highest level dragons all the way to the lowest.
So now I need to go to my character collection here.
This glutton tuna ate a Diamoralis.
Has a heart.
Just pulls out a heart. Like, what did this thing eat? How did it get here?
It's
Take this
evolving.
fish.
All right, make
Maybe-
me
The Fatalis scale?
No, a whole Jim Moran tusk. Like, what? How?
a roll me a 2d6 plus 5.
Better be a gem. Roll double sixes.
Nope.
So an 11. Okay, so hold on. That's an 8, guys.
CR 11.
It's a CR 11. 1, 2, 4, 5. Roll me a d6.
We could have had a 21.
5.
Or 9.
5 is going to be a Nargacuga.
Ooh.
Roll me a d20.
Come on, 20. Oh,
And
it's
it's
almost an 18.
flying Kuga a 4 scale. You guys had another.
I'll add it to the bag.
Just pulls out of a fish. Like, why did someone die in the river?
Or maybe it was bathing in the river and it just fell off. All right, so we've done Shaseth, Gerathor, Mage. Flight, you done yours already, correct?
I failed mine.
All right, and then we have one for the guaranteed success, which has not been done for the spotter. So who is our spotter?
Oh, I did the spotter one already.
You did? Okay.
It was artisan one we didn't do.
Yes, that's who we're missing. So Mage, your auto success. That's who I'm. Plants, fish, insects, mushrooms.
What are we looking for?
I mean, fish gives you a chance at rare thing if you get 6. God bugs will give you three. You have a 50% chance to get a god bug.
And 2 out of 6 chance to get a adamant seed.
Go for that fish one.
Only
It's
d6.
a D6.
2. 2 is a burst arrow one.
Cleanser.
Cricket was used. Okay, so burst arowana. You have the 2 royal armor spheres. Something else. Yeah. So that is where we're gonna end because we're getting close to time as you finish gathering for this portion of the day. The next morning, the weather clears. We're able to make it land. See.
Damn. I was hoping we could get the experience from that.
I mean,
He delayed us.
we could. We have enough time for
I
it.
would. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see a reason why we.
I think we can level from it.
How long has it been?
It's been a long time since we pulled up the map. In terms of in-game time, it's been like 3 weeks.
Oh, it's been longer than that
Long
'cause
time.
it took 3 weeks. It takes
Well,
us. It
that's
took us a
true.
week to get down to the village.
Apparently, the other party's still here.
Man, they're
Mini
slow.
Orc is here.
Yes.
I think it's Jacob.
Jacob finally got a seat at the table.
Just an old man chilling on the roof. Casual Monster Hunter things.
I still want the sword from this area.
Always go make the
Right.
attempt.
I still like the armor.
Probably going to try.
Why is that? Oh, that's Rewick. Because he's inside the building.
Yeah. Oh. You can say that all you want, old man, but I know you're on the roof.
So, yeah, you arrive in the village. As you do, the villagers are kind of, I don't think they rarely see an airship. I think being the more here. As you park just on the outskirts, find a nice flat area, and make the journey in. Most of the villagers are at the entrance as they see Jacob's there. He's got some nicer, slightly looking armor on than last time, and he just in awe, like, so
We bought an airship.
Jacob!
Gerathor!
I run up and give Jacob a bear hug.
He hugs. He's like, "How are you doing?" You kind of feel a squeeze. He got a little bit stronger. It's
Oh,
like,
I'm so proud.
you're looking good.
You look great.
I've been working. Got on a couple hunts. Gotten my own little group now. Doing good.
Your
That's
apprentice is
awesome.
growing up. They grow up so fast.
Single tear.
Single man team.
Oh, you have a whole group now. Well, he should introduce us later.
Yeah, definitely will. So, recently took out there was a Zamtrios down at the base of one of the snowy mountains that we had to take care of.
Nice.
Whew, almost all
Nice.
died. It's close. We made it.
Sounds like a Tuesday.
I remember the days.
And it caught us all, unburrowed from underground, hit us all with its beam. Barely survived.
We found this. And show them the Lunastra picture, Flight.
I pull up the little Astra picture in high definition.
Cool.
The smiling one.
Also kind of creepy.
That's in I show the slideshow of the elder dragons that we have encountered and murdered.
So
This one.
it's one of those things. It's the little kid things where you just like the.
Yeah,
Kaleidoscope or something?
I can't remember what they're called, to be honest. It's been so long. They don't have those anymore.
I don't think they make them anymore.
I don't think they do.
we should. They're awesome.
Kids are missing out. Do with their actual moving things on their tablets. Ugh.
They'll never know.
We'll have to catch up. I'm sure you have some stuff you have to do. But it's good to see you.
It's always good to see you. And we go inside.
Superhero walk, slow motion towards the guild hall.
Aviators on.
Yeah.
Air jacket on.
Jeb,
I would totally
Jeb
give
on the
every
side
conversation.
like he's part of the group. Not really. He's actually back at the ship checking stuff out.
And
As you-
once we hand this in, then we win the race.
We win the amazing race.
That was the point. That was the real point. Victory. So you enter in, and as you do, the guild hall looks the same. You have the guild receptionist or back wall, signing or stamping bounties, wishing others the best of luck. As she sees you, she kind of to you all and gives you like, "I'll be with you in a second." You see the long rows of benches and tables, the same as they ever were. Maybe a couple of them have been replaced since the last time you were here. Maybe they got damaged during some kind of hunter bar brawl, or people telling stories and cut something in half. It happens on occasion. The guild merchant in the back still like head down in resignation as you see shop has a slight little small a little place for his own little stuff now to try to sell. As everybody kind of looks around, they kind of just all nod and wave to you, like, you're a familiar face. It's good to see you all. Gerathor, you don't remember half, like, at all. Who the fuck are these? No idea.
Smile and wave.
Yeah. As then anything in the back of your head today? Just a slight little itty bitty bit just in the back. Just the thought of it. I don't know these people. Like, there's some reason why. As the guild receptionist gets up and goes, "Hey, good to see y'all. Are you finished? Are you returning with one of the dragon's blood? How we looking?"
We got both.
That's such good news. All right, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. As
An airship.
cool. She's less impressed than everyone, but she's like excited for the same. So, she comes. She runs in, like, doesn't even knock on the guild manager's door. She enters in, closes the door behind. As you hear, "Close that door!" As
She's
maybe
naked.
10-15 seconds later, the door opens back up. The guild manager comes up. "Gentlemen, good to see that you have returned. I heard that you are successful."
We were very successful.
"Excellent. I'm sure that the guild will be excited to hear. Please." And she kind of motioned her office, then to Rewix's lab. Go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. As you walk through, you walk through hers. Her office looks exactly the same. Lots of books, bookshelves behind. Some are stacks of them are open on her, or stacks of books on her desk with a few of them open, like 4 or 5 of them open, just strewn across. As you enter into Rewix's lab, he sees you and goes, "Ah, gentlemen, good to see you. I heard that you have been successful. Excellent. Can I please have the blood?" Let's just get right to it.
Pull out the briefcase.
These were not stored cold enough. No. Do it again.
You got
We
it.
pick it.
Son of a bitch.
At that point, we would pick him up and say, "All right, you come with us."
We can do that now. We have an airship.
I'm pretty sure Lunastro will have a fun time finding another one.
Oh man, good times. All right, excellent. I will make sure that she gives you your. Actually, I will do it personally. 1 second. He walks to the guild manager's office. Like, you hear one of the drawers open. She's like, "What do you think you're doing?" He goes, "I wish to pay them myself." And he comes walking back with 2 big old bags of gold coins that he puts in. Who takes them? I guess in this case,
We have the community bag.
he just pulls them open. Just, your
Auto sorts.
it's all the same size. It's really hard to auto sort when it's one size. So, you are given in total 10,000 gold pieces.
Just toss all of it into the community pile.
I will get the
It's up
bag.
to, like,
I'm gonna add 3,000 to myself because I need money.
Taking out 3,000.
This math is really bad. 10,000 total. 2 people take
Taking off 6,000.
3.
Because I need to buy certain materials to cast some of these upper level spells that have gold cost components.
Hey, if you don't have enough Teostra, brother, I pull out that big old. I pull up the big old vial I have from earlier.
You know what? I'm going to take 3 as well. Because, why not?
That's fine.
The community bag has not changed at all since the start of the session.
Is
It's
it
back to where we started.
nice? I'm proud of you all.
We do our best.
It was
Hey, no one got paid.
excellent. With this, I'm going to need a couple days to do some tests. I've already done some tests with the Kushala Deora blood that you gave me. I don't know if it was because it was old or if it was just ineffective, but I did not see any results, but that was to be expected. I only expected one of these three to potentially have what. So, give
On a
me.
side note,
Hmm?
they started using it as they have a person exclusive version now, a human exclusive.
Oh yeah, I
hello.
took that from earlier, so I'll pull that out.
Thank you. He takes that, and I will get this tested right away with the Kushala, and then these two as well.
Careful, it's concentrated.
Always. So, I will get to work. Please. Rest. You definitely need it at this point. And I will let you know what I find.
I'd just like to inform the guild manager of the Thunder Serpent and the Wind Serpent in the area, or somewhat area.
Mm-hmm. She goes, yes, we've heard of them traveling throughout. They are a problem, but not for you. Your business is more urgent than two more Elder Dragons bent on destroying whatever territory they walk.
Just like to point out, if it hits our ship again, it will be our problem.
And that is acceptable in terms of taking care of it. Defending yourselves has always been allowed at the guild.
Elder Dragons on their own, if they're minding their own business, is fine. But
Yeah,
if
I mean, if
they're destroying things, then we gotta take care of them.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's not like if they just stand in your way that you just attack them for no reason.
Of course not. Never.
If they don't move. One thing is that
Wait, what?
Nothing.
one of these serpents might make it its business to get in our way.
Well, you have your permits. You are still technically on that mission, so if it's impeding on your mission, then you are allowed to deal with it as you see fit. Just do not make sure if it goes poorly, I will not be accepting responsibility.
As usual.
Excuse me?
I need a bigger gun.
And she looks at you. Do you have something to say, Shaseth?
No.
Then I guess you should keep your mumbles to yourself. Now, please, go eat. I have a report to fill out on the success of my hunters to send to Dundorma. We'll let you know what we need from you next.
Oh, we're
Oh,
actually supposed to go back
I
and
think-
go talk with this Mensis.
I mean, your mission is not over. So is he expecting you to return once you brought the blood, or when you finished your quest?
I think it was when we had results, wasn't it?
It's when you guys finish it. Like all of
Okay.
that stuff. It is not resolved yet. It is just phase 2.
Oh,
I do.
14.
Yes. Of my 100-part plan.
The guild manager was the evil guy all along.
Surprise! Let me see your arm.
I'll come knock on his door later, the same knock later, see if it works.
Okay. So as she sends you out to eat, Jacob comes by and starts sharing some stories with Gerathor about the Zamtrios, Yankukut he hunted, and they meet into the group and stuff like that. He doesn't give names yet because I haven't thought of names at the moment. As we fade out to black of just everybody enjoying a meal back kind of at home for the first time in like a month. Some experience.
I like to think that as we fly up in our airship, that the town is shaped like the town society symbol. We were just blind this whole time.
It is now. It wasn't before.
Man, I would have been something I noticed forever ago after I saw the symbol.
But you're never looking. That's just it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just think it's your hometown. It's not until the big
Oblivious.
picture comes and you're like, the whole town.
All right, so I guess I'm a part of like 3 cults in this game.
Congratulations.
And you have like 20 talons on you.
Cultacular.
Experience.
Cult of Manjaro.
Yeah, I think that's how many. So we
Who's got
have the Diestra.
Oh, cult's unbelievable.
Cultacular.
Everybody dies.
How
Everybody
many cults
dies.
can I get into by the end of this game?
Let's see.
How many religions are in this game?
Cult. Double cult.
Us
Triple cult.
a solid amount. I mean, you're gonna be joining the Cult of Fatalis at some point, then that's
They all
Apparently.
cults.
Culting frenzy.
Join the Talon Society, join the Tiamat, join Bahamut. I don't know if he's there.
good old Bahamut.
Probably.
That'd just be a religion.
Yeah, it's true.
I guess I've just played Skyrim. I just have all the Aedra like on my side as well as the Daedra.
So-
The difference between a cult and a religion is it's governmentally recognized.
Yeah. I don't recognize the Cult of Fatalis.
Is one of them taxed? If it's not, it's a religion.
I really would like to find that ritual. I would love to, get vengeance on that thing that hurt our boat and just take its power.
Mm-hmm. Do that to me, huh? Now I'm evil. You hurt my boat.
Look, that's something about Americans that we all understand. Don't mess with our boats.
So you each get 6,250 experience.
Yeah.
Nice. Level up.
Spells.
Spells?
How much is it? 6,000?
250.
There you go.
Oh
1,
god, I
2,
can't see
1,
that.
0, 5, 6.
1, 2. Ah.
So for those watching, I want to thank you guys for watching. We'll see how they do with their next level up. But if you like what I do, you want to run your own game, check out my Patreon. I just linked in chat. You can get on the bio section, you can get the guide to Monster Hunting and the Monster Hunter Monster Manual for free. There's also monster hunts, extra monsters, early access to my stuff. All if you become a patron, in addition to be able to potentially even request monsters. So please check it out. For me, I will be back in 1 hour and 50 minutes for Group B, the Team Mezutsume, to see how they are doing. They had a nice fun adventure in Riveroo, which the other group will not have. So some of the news you guys heard. Riveroo had just had a nice grand festival. There was some worry of some poisoning during the festival, which turned out to be minor and not actually what was feared to be a mass outbreak of the virus. Thank the lords. And there's word of a group still getting ready to hunt down a Kushala Deoran nearby. And then they still have to kill the Valstrax as well, or whatever else.
And we're ahead.
Yeah, but I sidetracked them heavily. I put them down. They were down in the fucking Underdark at one point. They did a fucking Drow Coliseum arena fights with Azrar and Eruz doing a 2v2 versus another set of NPCs. Followed by Hane and Allset murdering a merchant because he's racist. It's good times.
I miss so much when I take a nap.
Well, that was a good little time. Then we had some real big RP breakthroughs in character building with Eris and his character, which was really cool. There was a lot of good, fun moments, sure. So we'll see how they keep going, and we'll see how you guys keep going next session. So, everybody else, we will see you next time.